You want to go first?
You want
Okay.
to? You want to?
You go first.
Okay, princess.
You guys?
Yes, sir.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Leo, David, I appreciate you guys coming on for the podcast. You guys are our first guests, by the way. Very first, both of you guys.
I'm honored, bro. I'm
Okay.
honored. I'm honored.
Awesome. So I just want to start off by saying, or not saying, but say, what do you guys like? Tell us about your story. Tell us about you guys, Leo and David. Give us your guys' background real quick.
So me personally, I remember when I started working out, I tell everybody, especially when I'm like texting people online, because I'm an online fitness coach. My name is Leobardo Mercado. I should have started with that. My name is Leobardo Mercado. Follow me on Instagram at your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder, and on TikTok at neighborhood bodybuilder.
Oh, you're on TikTok too?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about.
And
Okay.
on YouTube at Leo Mercado. 43 subscribers as of now, but
Hey,
coming up.
Getting that 100 shit.
Hey, my goal right now is 1,000. But my motivation to start coaching was like, I understood the feeling of going into the gym and not knowing how to do anything. And especially like the feeling of being lost. Like everybody knew that first feeling of when they first walked into the gym. They see all that equipment, especially Brenda's, bro. You know how overwhelming that must be seeing
Yeah.
all that, especially the first second you walk into that gym. It's like, bro, all you see is machinery. Like, I understand, like, oh, it's all going to benefit you in reality. But, like, to somebody who's never worked out, a 13, 16-year-old boy or girl who walked into a gym doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I know how that felt. So I remember signing on with the coach and actually entrusting in him. And that's, like, I never really thought about being a coach in reality.
Yeah.
Till, like, I asked David. David was in it before me. And he's the reason why I really got into it. Because I would ask him questions. I never took that first step.
Yeah.
Because I'd always tell myself over and over, like, bro, I hate when people quit on me. I hate when people don't show up. I hate when people just say they want something, but then at the end of the day, they end up quitting. Like, we all know that feeling of somebody quitting on you and you just hate it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one thing I couldn't surpass yet. And then I finally took that first step, and now I'm just in love with coaching people. Like I'm that guy. Like, you guys see me, I'm never like frown faced at the gym.
No, yeah.
I'm always upbeat. Like, you see me, bro, I'll be like, "What's up, Mike?"
Yeah.
Like across the gym, like straight up. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm just a happy person. I've always tried to be that positive person around, and like I feel like I'm just trying to be that person that a lot of the newer people, when they walk in, they meet me and they don't interact with somebody who's very negative.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
I see that. All right. Yeah.
yeah, so like, you know, those negative people that you run into at the gym, that's just like, bro, why are you like being such a dick
Yeah,
in reality?
yeah.
Like, why are you such a dick?
Yeah.
Like, I want them to run into me and be like, and like I tell everybody who's new, like, that I run into, I'm like, oh, I've never seen you around. If you ever have some questions, walk up to me. I'm more than happy to help you.
Yeah.
I know how it feels to be a new person at the gym. I'm always here, and I know I have a resting bitch face, but
Dude,
it's just
I have that in the gym,
Yeah,
bro.
at the
Bro,
gym,
everybody
does.
has
I think
it.
everybody has it.
Yeah,
I
bro,
literally,
so-
I thought I was, dude, for some reason, I always hop in the gym, man. I go in the gym, have headphones in. The second I walk in, I am already fucking mean mugging.
bro, you mean mug everybody. So
Dude,
like, it's,
I'm just fucking ready to murder people,
So
bro.
like everybody knows how like we all have our resting bitch face. Where
Yeah.
like, especially if we're zoned in, we're just looking at our mirror. Like, we're not even looking at ourselves. We're just blurry and just focused in. Like, we've all had that moment.
Yeah.
And like, in reality, it's just our resting bitch face. But like, when somebody else sees that, they're like, oh, they're pissed or they're just a dick. Like, I don't want people thinking that. I want them to be like friendly. I want people to come into the gym and feel welcome. Because at the end of the day, we're all there to do the same thing and become better at the end of the day. So like, that's why I'm trying to like be better. And that's why when other people are dicks at the gym, I tell them like, bro, chill out. Like, they're here to do the exact same you're here for. Don't give them a reason to not show up anymore. Like, you don't want to be that person to
I'm
be
straight,
sad,
dude.
you know?
Fuck yeah.
So
Yeah, I remember being lost at the gym when I first started out. Like, when did I start?
it's hard, bro.
I think
Like,
I was like
it's
11 or
confusing.
12. I was about
I was
11
like
or 12,
12.
and I was asking my mom for advice. My mom, she's just like, dude, 3 sets of 10. I was like, oh, okay, shit. I did that for everything. Like, every
everything,
fucking
huh?
thing. And I was like, how am I not gaining any weight or any muscle? And I was like, I weighed like at least 108. I was just like, this ain't fucking working. And I realized half it was like diet, and that's when I started learning a lot more. But
Bro.
I understand completely. Like, I had no idea what
It's
the fuck
confusing,
I was
bro, especially when like when you have, say like your mom doesn't know anything about fitness, bro, or like you just go, like, you have nobody in your family to help you out. You have no
Yeah,
friends
yeah.
that can actually get in, like, say your friends are like geeks and not geeks, but people who like to play video games and don't like to work out at all.
Yeah.
Because I know my girlfriend's brother, he's one of those people. His entire family doesn't like to work out.
Yeah.
He moved to UC Merced to go to the school, and all he hangs out with friends that like don't like to work out. And he hit me up. He's like, bro, honestly, I walk into that gym and I see dumbbells and that's all I do. Like, straight up. Like, I get so confused walking in the first time I ever walked in was because you brought it up to me when we met, that you said that you're a personal trainer and that you help people out. And that put me into perspective of like, oh, I should start working out.
It's also like super hard. So like I've talked to Josh about this, but it's super hard. So like if you grow up in an environment of like not working out or eating healthy,
It sucks.
you like
Yeah.
you don't that's all you know. You can't think of anything else. Like you just all I know is like McDonald's or some fucking other thing, and then like playing video games and then not
Just
doing
growing up
anything
like
else.
that,
Yeah,
so-
you don't realize.
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to go out and do something that you don't know how to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, so you don't want to change what's not broken, you know? Like that old saying, don't change something that's not broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why people kind of just sit in their comfort, their little comfort zone, when in reality they should be seeking uncomfortable. Make their uncomfortables their comfortable, so they can become better at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that's why, like me being somebody that like I remember growing up and going to try. My dad, it's a joke, it's a Mexican thing, and I know it's all over TikTok, bro. So I remember growing up and trying to do push-ups, sit-ups, and like just holding my breath as I was in my room trying to do them, because like in my family,
holding your breath.
yeah. So not like holding
my
my breath, but I would
God.
go, you know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That
Yeah.
I would do that because I didn't want my family to hear me, because the second they walked
yes,
in,
okay,
bro,
I see
they'd be
what
like,
you're saying.
"What are you doing?" And like
Yeah.
they'd make fun of me. And then I remember once I was walking out the door to go for a run, and my dad stopped me at the door. He's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go out for a run. I'm trying to lose some weight." I was like in 7th or 8th grade, and my dad's like, "Oh, you want to lose weight? Okay, come with me." And he's like, "You're not going on a run." I was like, "Why not?" He's like, "I'm gonna put you to do something that's a lot more useful than a run." And he put me to legit shovel dirt off a truck for the next 4 hours. So that was like my experience of like
Yeah.
my family trying to show me a little bit of fitness, which I grew up in the country, so I wasn't near anything considered fitness. I grew up with no iPhone, no like technology. I kind of magazines were the only thing I really saw till I got into high school and I met David and I met a lot of my other friends who were into fitness. My brother got into fitness, and that's why I got into fitness.
That's incredible.
So, like,
I
bro,
I never knew that about you. That's
Yeah,
so
bro.
crazy.
So like, here's the crazy thing: you and me met in class, bro. That's the craziest
You know what's
part.
so funny is that we do a bunch of our benefits on like our benefits list on Google Docs, and I saw our names on. I think it was Mr. Jeffrey's class.
Bro, it was Mr. Bro, I love that class, bro. It was like that's like the class. Did you know he got the next year right after ours? He got nominated as like the #1 teacher in California.
I saw.
bro.
I screenshotted it.
Bro, it was so cool.
crazy.
Like, bro, he was such an amazing teacher,
I was
and
like,
honestly,
holy shit.
and here's the crazier thing, bro. Like, me and him didn't really talk, but like his positive vibes were just crazy. So like,
Yeah.
I was a negative sack. Hey, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was a negative sack of shit in high school. So meeting Mike, bro, it was just like completely changed. And then after high school, I completely changed.
I
So
appreciate that. That's
so
awesome.
like, bro, now that like we're on a podcast, 2 people, bro, that
Isn't that
met
crazy?
met in
Oh,
high school.
that's
Like,
insanity.
if you think about it, bro, that was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Bro, that was 4
I showed
years
him a
ago.
video like from high school about 4 years
Yeah.
ago. That's
Bro.
insanity. That's crazy.
I'm not gonna say that, but I had something in my head that I was gonna say, but never mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let David do his intro.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All
Bro.
right, David, come on.
Thank
Show,
you.
yeah,
I was gonna
Shit.
say something, bro.
We're done with the podcast now? I'm just kidding. No, go.
Over here.
All right. So my name is David Aguilar. My Instagram is david.a_fit. My TikTok is d.aguilar0623 or 23, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm barely just starting to hop on TikTok, but basically, a little background of like my like fitness journey, and then also my coaching journey and all that stuff and how it's going is basically I started working out back when I was a sophomore in high school. And I feel like everybody kind of has like the same reason, like they start working out as like, you know, you were unconfident, like heartbreak or something like that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or like
Yes, sir.
bullied or something like
Hell
that.
yeah.
About that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
The fat boy
So-
jokes, bro. They just hit they just hit different, bro. When they
Mine was basically I basically got like dumped and shit like that. So that's why I started going. I started going to In Shape with my brother-in-law, and then I eventually went to Brenda's, and then that's where we met. Well, our coach met us.
Coach.
Willie's dad. So we call him Coach or
I know.
Coach Jose. Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
The
I remember I
whole
was
bag
doing
of
hack spots
beans.
one day, and he like came up to me and he was like, "I see you've been coming in for like a week or two. Like, you actually want to start growing?" And then I was like, "Yeah, like screw it." And then like he put me through like, you know, a good workout, a leg workout, one machine, the hack squat machine that's there. And he was telling me like how to do it right, and I was like, "It hurts." And then he's like, "That's exactly what like
purpose.
it has to hurt for you to grow." And then I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then he was like, "If you're down to work out, meet me here tomorrow at 6 p.m." And then I met him there tomorrow, and then like ever since then, like he got me and Leo into it.
Yeah, that's like a
Yeah.
movie shit right
Yeah.
there.
Bro,
Like,
straight-
that's
yeah,
amazing.
bro.
It was cool. It was cool, honestly, because I lack like somebody that would like basically like tell me what to do and like help like drive me, and he like basically like instilled that like, you know, like balls to the wall training hard, like old school bodybuilder stuff. And he was an old school bodybuilder, you know, he used to train and compete in bodybuilding at the Mecca.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shit,
Yeah,
that's
he always
kinda
tells us a bunch of crazy stories.
Bro,
Me and Leo, he would tell us a bunch of crazy stories. But basically that's how like I got into it.
Yeah.
Later on in college and all that stuff, you know, I joined a fraternity, you know, I got sidetracked, I got in another relationship, I got heartbroken again, and then I started coming into the gym the beginning of 2020. And that's when like Leo started getting me into it again. You know, I fucking was in like bad shape. It was kind of weird. It was like, fuck, like I just wish somebody could like tell me like what to do. Like I just want to get in good shape. I want to feel confident. Yeah. And then that's when my mentor and my coach, Zach Colburn, he messaged me. Shout out to Zach Colburn if he's watching this. I don't know if he's gonna hear this.
At Zach,
yeah,
just share it everywhere. They'll fucking hear it.
Yeah.
Bro,
So he messaged me. He actually did a DM outreach, and he was like, "Hey, dude, like I see you're into fitness. How's it going?" And at first I thought it was like spam because I was like, dude, this guy has like 50K followers. Like, the fuck is he messaging me for? And I told Leo about it, and Leo was like, dude, just message him back. He probably just wants to talk. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I did. Eventually, I hopped on a Zoom call with him, and then I was like, oh shit, like it's actually him. He told me about the program. You know, it was a little steep of a price, but I was like, you know, fuck it. Like this is what I've been wanting. And this same week is when he messaged me. So it was like kind of like a sign or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I just rolled with it. And then, you know, that was how I got into online coaching. And, you know, like he basically taught me how to track macros, meal plan. He gave me workout programs, you know, he taught me form videos, all that stuff. And basically, like, I saw like results, dude. I was like, boom, 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 getting results. My only problem was that I was going out and partying too much. I was still getting results.
So like, you're doing it at the same time, so that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Bro,
So like that was in 2020. We would go out a lot.
Bro, it's
like when COVID hit, like we were just like
Wednesday through like Sundays we'd be drunk.
yeah.
Straight up, bro. Like Wednesday through like Sundays.
So I was like sidetracked with that, but it was like it was kind of like a phase, you know. Everything's kind of like a little learning lesson.
Freshman year.
So like at the end of his coaching program, I was like, dude, like I feel like I could get better results, and I was like, you know, because at the end of the week we have like progress photos for check-in, and then questions for like to him to see how my week went. And I was like, honestly, like I feel like I've been partying too much. He's like, how long have you been partying? And I was like since like May or something like that, and this was like in December. He was like, no wonder, dude. He was like, that's why you're not getting results, all the alcohol and all this stuff. So I didn't take it serious. And then December,
were you trying to lean, or were you trying to like
so what he had me do, I didn't know what he had me doing, but he basically put me on a reverse diet, because a lot of people when they start out, they're not eating enough, you know. They're not eating enough, they're not working out enough. So he put me on a reverse diet to go back to what I should be eating. So once I had the food dialed in, the training dialed in, that's when I was at maintenance. So that's when he put me into a surplus or like a bulk.
Yeah.
And then after that is when we went to a cut and a diet. So my thing was that I was like, you know, starting to slim down, and I was feeling like confident. And then I was like, all right, like it's the weekend. I was like, all right, let's go let's go meet some people, you know? I was like trying to go meet some girls and stuff like that, just because like, to get my mind off of, you know, everything that happened, you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
So it was kind of like depression and stuff like that, and I was just kind of dealing in it, like having outlets like the wrong, you know, things, you know.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like I enjoyed the partying, I enjoyed like the memories that I made, you know.
No
but
regrets.
Probably
Straight up. No regrets.
it was
bro.
probably
Like,
not the best decisions
Yeah.
at that time, you know. And then I was like, dude, like this was honestly amazing. Like it was like I liked how like someone was there for me, you know. And I was like, that's when he started coaching coaches to go into business and be online coaches. So now he's a business coach instead of an online coach. And, you know, I was like one of the first few guys that invested in his program, I think. That's like when he barely started out. And I was like, you know what? Send it, bro. Like you haven't failed me, so let's send it. And so I started being an online coach the beginning of the last month of 2020, beginning of 2021.
Yeah.
So it's almost going to be a year, and it's crazy.
That's great. That's fucking awesome.
That's fucking crazy.
So it's crazy because it's just really hard, because I see like a lot of his coaches, they go like they go into business, but they're already older. They're like 24, 25. And then like within 2 months, they're already hitting like 10K. He has people that like I started out with that are like 90K a year or something like that. So it's like,
what the
like online coaching, it's a very profitable business, but it's like, I got into it with the mentality of getting money at first. I was having greed, and then that's why I fucked up my business. It wasn't until later on that I was like, you know what, like I'm focusing on the wrong reasons. I started like charging people like super cheap, and I was like, let me just work with you. let me get your results and let me prove myself to you.
There you go.
And then that's when I started fixing all the problems, what my clients need, making sure that I can hold them more accountable. What do you actually like need from me? Like form videos,
yes, okay.
to check in with you daily. Like different people need different things in coaching. And that's one thing that you won't really know until you work with a variety of clients,
Yeah.
And that's one thing that's basically helped me. And, I've been getting more of the rhythm of it. I've been getting more of like the routine of it. And also just like talking to Zach and asking all the coaches like a bunch of questions, because I never met him until this last June that I went out there. And they had a coaching retreat, and I just went by myself. I was supposed to go with Leo, but he last minute couldn't go.
Yeah.
So I went to San Diego by myself, dude. No regrets, man. Like a word to advice of anyone listening is like, go on a trip by yourself. It is like the most like life-changing thing you can do.
Yes, it is.
I mean, you went to the military, dude. So it was like you had to go by yourself. Like you probably like had like so much fucking growth, dude.
I did the military, and I do that for work sometimes. I went to Arizona for 2 weekends in a row, and I had to go out and do stuff myself. I had to go out and either go out and drink by myself or meet people. Yeah. And I told Josh this. I took the opportunity to so we started this business, and I was like, I'm just gonna take this opportunity to feel uncomfortable, because that was the first time in a while that I felt like, man, this is actually uncomfortable. Like I don't want to go out by myself, but I think I have to do this. So I went out and did it. I spoke and I talked with people, and I mentioned Mavrik Performance and stuff like that. And it gave me a chance to speak about my brand and kind of get comfortable with talking, actually get uncomfortable and talk to people about my brand.
Yeah. It's weird, bro.
See where I'm failing, see where I'm lacking.
Yeah.
And some of the people I was talking to, I was like, hey man, you're actually one of the first people I've ever met. Can you critique me on what I did wrong and how I can probably approach you better or approach someone else in the future better? And they would critique me on it, and I'd be like, okay, that's all right, sounds good.
Yeah.
A lot of the problems was like I was lacking confidence, or maybe I sounded not really sure about what I was saying, because it is a supplement, and people want to know what's inside it, and you need to know what's inside it, and how much milligrams is it.
You got to know your own product in reality, because if not, then you're just gonna get
especially if you're trying to talk to people about it and trying to sell it, like people want to know what it is, and people might not be that much interested into it, but they'll catch your bullshit real quick.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like in business, it's very like when the first like 5-10 seconds, like there's a word for it. It's like your first impression, your first impression, you're going to know if this guy's bullshitting you or if he means business. So it's very important to like basically, kind of like just know your product, know what you want to sell. And then also like what value you can give to people, Mine is online coaching, and my value that I give to people is like, I'm going to teach you how to do this so that you're not lost.
Yeah.
I show you how to do it, though. You can do it on your own and get your results. Yours is going to be like supplements. Like I'm going to show you, like why this is going to help you like live a better lifestyle, how it's going to improve your life,
That's
all
pretty
that
much
stuff.
all we're about, man. Like you said, like you were focused on the money first, but then you realize like, man, I need to back it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Our branding is basically just like me and Josh, we would take pre-workout, we would be amped up on caffeine. He has a story about his like vitamin D and stuff, how like it wasn't even the caffeine, it was just him not really knowing like, holy shit, I'm lacking something. And I'm pretty sure I was lacking some stuff too when he told me about the vitamin D thing. And then I took vitamin D and I was like, oh my God, I'm seeing like an improvement in just my energy levels, my life, and everything.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna start taking a bunch of other supplements.
It's crazy, just the lack of knowledge that the everyday person has. Like not taking multivitamins. Like a multivitamin is so important.
I take that, dude.
It's so crucial. Like there's so many vitamins in there that people don't even know about that are so important in everyday life.
Here's the thing about a lot of people in today's world and age. I feel like, especially, bro, younger kids, us being personal fitness coaches and stuff, bro, I hit people up on a daily. I text people on a daily, and the people that I struggle with the most are the younger community, because no disrespect to the younger community, but a lot of them think they know everything.
Oh, what do you mean younger?
Like 18 and down. I struggle with
college.
A lot of.
I'd say college.
Yours?
Oh, well, it depends. As an online coach, if I'm a dude trying to hit up like a dude that's in college,
bro,
more than likely they're not going to want to take my advice
because he thinks he would know the same amount as you.
They watch. They watch.
But like, let's say if like someone who looks like who's like somebody ripped that you guys can think of,
like Chris Bumstead.
If somebody like Chris Bumstead hit you up, you're gonna listen to them, right?
Yeah.
Because of their physique, and they're also like positioned. They have authority,
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
So if you can position like your Instagram and basically how you conduct yourself to have authority and be like, I'm knowledgeable and I know what I'm doing, which comes from like us collecting like testimonials, client results, all that stuff, and showcasing that. That's where people can start listening to us. The problem with that, what Leo's saying, like in the valley, online coaching, you guys have probably like never heard of it.
Nobody
I never
really
heard of
does
it,
it.
you know?
Actually, yeah. When you guys started doing the online coaching, I've never.
Yeah.
So the only person I've actually seen was either Chris Bumstead, which
Remember
he
that guy that I sent you?
Oh,
Mhm.
V-Shred? Is it?
No, the guy I knew from Spikeball.
Mm.
And
Oh,
he was
yeah,
just like
okay.
super shredded.
Yes.
And all he did was he just kept posting pictures like of himself.
Yeah.
And then people started asking him what he's doing, and then he has a whole online
Yeah.
training business now.
You know, you guys go to Brenner. You guys know Jared, right?
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, like Jared's like super cut and all that stuff.
GMC guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
The guy
yeah,
that
yeah.
looks like fish.
Yeah.
The GMC guy. The GMC guy.
So he's like super cut, right?
Yeah, he's fucking shredded.
He has an online coach, and that online coach that he currently has is like a great coach, bro.
Does he
I
go to
met him at
Brenda's
San
too?
Diego.
Does this online coach go to Brenda's too?
He's actually
No, he's from San Diego.
Oh,
bro.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I met Will Sage out there, dude. I met so many people out there that like they're just freaking on another level. Like this one girl, Candle, that's the one who like Zach hosted like the retreat with.
Mm.
She's a monster, bro. She's 23, bro. She has like 7 businesses already.
Yeah.
She's
What?
killing it. Will Sage, who's Jared's coach, I actually like am looking to hopefully like maybe later on go with him because he's like a great lifestyle coach and great competition coach. You look at his Instagram and they're all filled with all his clients just winning shows.
Yeah.
And you know, another thing that he was actually like talking about, and I was gonna say that earlier, is like, you know, when you're lacking something, he was also talking about that, and it could just be like, you know, just go get blood work, and then that will literally tell you everything
That's
you're
literally what
deficient
he
on.
did,
dude.
That's what I did.
Blood
yeah.
work will help you like narrow down everything you need to take. You know, because like you'll be like deficient vitamin C, vitamin B, vitamin D, whatever it is, and boom, 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 just take that and you'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the what was I gonna say? I forgot. Continue what you're saying. I'm fucking complete.
Oh no, you're good. But basically, what I was trying to say, I kind of went off track and went on a rant. But here in the Valley, online coaching isn't really a thing. But in SoCal and other big cities, it's really big. And you'd be surprised the people that are winning competitions that are taking online coaching. So it's kind of just over here. It's gonna slowly, like the Valley and all this, like fitness is gonna grow, but it's gonna grow like probably like at a rate of like, you know, in the next 10 years, that's when online coaching is gonna be big. You know.
Why do you
see
think
that.
that is?
Yeah. Well, COVID helped like kind of speed it up because online coaching has been going back since like
Just like
2012.
Zoom, bro.
Yeah.
2012 and all that stuff.
Oh, you think the Zoom thing kind of boosted that shit up because
That-
you don't have to do it from. like,
Yeah,
obviously
I
don't
feel
be in
like
person.
Zoom. It's just like I feel like it's just like Zoom. It blew up because of COVID.
Yeah.
Because you can't do a lot of things in person, and then I just feel like the people in the Valley, in reality, a lot of people in the Valley don't care about fitness.
They do.
That's
It's growing.
I
think it's
struggle.
a
There's
lot
just
of
a
it.
select few.
A lot of it
in
is
my
like
opinion, at
the.
least.
Yeah.
A lot of it is more like ego and a lot because
So-
ego is also like you can ego lift and stuff, but
Yeah.
ego is like I can't look weak in front of my friends. Like, oh, I don't want to skip a Friday night,
Yeah.
but I can go
Yeah.
lift. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Well,
That's where
Yeah.
that's where a lot of people start to separate because I know what you're talking about. I never really had that phase where like, oh, I prefer partying over drink. I mean, partying over working out. But I know a lot of people like in today they're like, should I go to the gym or should I just go party? Or should I go to the gym or should I go here instead?
yeah,
Or should I start smoking or should I start drinking at this time instead of that
Yeah.
time? Because I know a lot of people start getting lazy with fitness.
yeah,
And I feel like it's very slept on, especially here in the Valley. I feel like a lot of us can really benefit from it,
yeah.
from just getting out.
A lot of things I hear, and I hear from work too, where a lot of the people that I work with should probably be more fit, but a lot of it's discipline, a lot of time management. Like, a lot
Yeah.
of them say they
Bro.
don't have time. Like, bull
Consistency.
fucking shit, you don't have
Yeah.
time.
Like you could take
Also,
15
like,
minutes to work
priorities
out.
and all that.
24 hours
Yes.
in a day,
I-
7 days in a
I
week.
worked 3
Yeah.
jobs before COVID hit, and then a little bit in the middle of COVID. I literally slept probably 4 hours. I still went and worked out with my buddy
Mhm.
Isaac,
Yeah.
and I still I would literally still work out, work 3 jobs, sleep for 2 hours, and go out. I know now.
So
that's
a
probably
question
not the
that I
smart
have
idea.
for you on that one, my better note to you is
You're good.
why did you decide to work out when you only had like 4 hours of sleep?
Because, dude, if I didn't work out, I feel like shit. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I
Mentally
felt like
or physically?
just both. I just feel like I was a lazy piece of shit. I didn't want to fucking do anything. I felt like it was from the very I don't know where that started. I think it was like maybe my sophomore year when we started training with Bryce for basketball and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think when I started training like more focused on basketball and I started looking at motivational shit and like videos and stuff like that and what like creates that line mentality type thing,
Mhm.
I started to realize like a lot of these guys they're fucking disciplined, and they care about time management, and they care about just
Bro.
every minute of the fucking day.
Yeah.
And so when I started to realize,
matters.
like, man, this is actually important. Like, working out is super beneficial for your mind, your body, everything.
Mhm.
And so when I don't do that, it makes me feel like just lazy. It makes me feel fucking. It almost makes me depressed. Like, I just can't, like, if I skip a day, I'm either resting, or I'm sore as fuck, or I just can't go.
Yeah.
Like that. Those are the two. And I just hope to God, like, I can keep working out for the rest of my life. But yeah, that's the reason why I really started, man. Like, honestly, just fucking working out
Honestly,
is great. I love it.
Honestly, I know how you feel because I've been through the same thing. I remember when I was like, it was during the first phase of when I started taking like fitness very, very serious. It was when I was working 2 jobs. I was a manager at one, and I was working at American Tire, and then I was going to school full time, taking 15 units. I was going to school almost every day at Merced.
Yeah.
And I every day made sure in the gym, if I didn't miss it, then I'd go at 4 a.m. I made sure to get into the gym. It was the discipline that I have set out for myself, and I feel like a lot of people just lack it.
I better interrupt you, but why did you want to work out? Why?
Well, it was just for my own personal health. Remember when you knew me during that time? fool?
Health isn't really what gets us starting.
You're
because
saying
it's,
like what motivated you to
Yeah,
get into
so-
the gym? Like what?
Oh,
like,
motivators like yours, it was important because like you didn't want to feel sluggish. You don't want to feel like a
just
piece
health.
of shit. You
Yeah.
know, you want to feel good about yourself. You want to feel confident.
Yeah.
You know,
It
you
was
want to
just
feel
health.
confident about yourself. When,
Actually,
when we're
the
young
big-
and we're starting to
okay,
work
yeah.
out, we're not thinking, oh, I'm gonna work out because when I'm 40, I want to be healthy and I just want to feel like good about
bullshit. I
myself.
see what you're
Yeah.
saying now.
You
Yeah,
know,
the
I
re-
want to work out
Yes.
right now because I
Yes.
want to look good. I want to build confidence. You know,
Yeah.
that's what gets you in. That's what gets you in the gym, and that's what gets you started. But later on is when you realize, like, oh my god, like I feel less stressed out. You know, the gym is what like gets me to like relieve my stress and all this. The mentality comes first. The body comes later on once you
Yes.
start,
Yes.
you know, actually diving into it. And that's one thing that I really like about fitness. A lot of people don't really understand that here in the valley yet, just because it's a lack of knowledge, you know. But that's what fitness is. Like a lot of people that go to the gym, they don't go to the gym because they're trying to be like cocky douchebags. We go to the gym just because like we have a lot of shit that we're dealing with, and we have like a lot of stress, you know, personal, work, you know, emotional, a lot of stuff that we've dealt with. We're trying to go and just escape that shit and just be locked into something for a few hours.
Yes.
It's a byproduct that our
Yeah.
body, you know,
Yes.
is able to look good and we feel great about ourselves, you know,
Yeah.
During the
because we're able to be disciplined, you know, eat the right foods, you know,
Uh-huh.
feel good about ourselves. That's why people like really go to the gym, you know.
Yeah.
I know
feel
what I know what you meant.
That's we didn't really like start with that, but later on is when we like realized that and we're like,
Yes.
oh, okay, this
Yes,
is
I
why,
see what
you
you're
know.
saying.
Yeah.
I realized I remember that phase. It was legit. For me personally, it wasn't about I'm trying to fight my demons. It was just like me going to the gym to work out because I was working out 6-7 times a week
Yeah.
just because I felt weird not going.
Mm.
So I thought it was just I should go. It was when I wasn't being coached. So I didn't have it was just my own discipline to keep going.
Mm.
And I felt like if I didn't go, then I just felt like I didn't accomplish anything for the day. Because during the time I wasn't striving for anything. My only goal was to get the hell out of Merced because I was going to community college over there and I was the only one like out of all our friends that did. And my mindset wasn't in the gym. The gym was just like somewhere I went to work out and get fit and stay fit. But my main priority during the time was get the fuck out of Merced. I'm tired of driving every day to Merced.
Yeah.
Like, I understand where you're coming from. There's a lot of people that go to the gym, which
Yeah.
I highly respect, that like you're
Yes.
finding a different form of your own your own
Yeah.
mental
Stress
health.
release,
And
yeah.
because there's
Yeah.
people who go to drugs, go to alcohol, go to even heavier things.
Yeah.
But like me personally, I just went, and then because I wasn't stressing, I feel like time management is the least stressful thing for me because I don't stress over it. I just make it a mandatory thing, and I feel like I learned that at a very young age where
Yeah.
like time is like time is the only thing you can't get back. So take advantage of it and take it by the balls and just
Fucking
do
say
it.
Yeah.
You know, if you sit there and wallow on saying, "Oh, I'm stressed because I got to go do this and then that," okay, go do it. Quit complaining over it. You got to do
Yeah.
it eventually. Either get it done or don't complain over it.
Yeah.
You know? So either you complain about having to get things done or just get it done.
Yeah.
And me personally, I'm just somebody who never really complained about having to get things done. Like today, I had to wake up during the week I have to wake up every day at 6 a.m. because I have to go pick up my siblings in series.
Yeah.
And then I drop them off every day before 8 o'clock. And I get up at 6, eat my first meal by 6:30, leave the house by 6:40, get there by 7, pick them up by 7:10, take them to school, get there by 7:45, get home, work on my computer, read a book. And then don't go back to bed, because if you get back to bed, you're gonna be a lazy sack of shit.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
We all say, "Oh, I have
Yeah.
the self-discipline to get out."
Yeah.
Nah, my ass is going back to bed, and I regretted it.
Yeah.
But I stay in my chair. I work on my computer. I either finish my homework. Everybody's like, "Oh, like I can't go out on Sunday because I'm doing homework." I'm like, "Why didn't you do it on Monday?" Because it wasn't out then. I was like, "When did it come out?" Thursday. I was like, "Why didn't you do it on Thursday?"
Yeah.
Why didn't you do it the day it came out? Just
Yeah.
do it the day it comes out, so that way you don't have to worry about it the last day.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's my main priority is like get shit done. Don't worry about it later. And that's why like I get a lot of my things done very early in the day.
Yeah.
And then at night, I here's the one thing I've learned about myself is that I feel like I have ADHD because I'll be chilling
Yeah.
and then I'll just be like on my phone. But I've learned to be on my phone and like say everybody does this. You're just flipping through reels through TikTok.
Yeah.
I've learned to do this to myself. I've learned to say, Leo, stop fucking doing this. Get on your fucking computer, get to fucking work, or that vlog's never gonna get done.
Yeah.
So I've learned to do this in the past 2 weeks, and oh my god, bro, I have gotten so much done compared to
Yeah.
what I did in the past.
Yeah.
Because in the past, I just sit there flipping through reels, sending myself reels so I can do work. But no, now I'm just like, now I look at my phone and I'm just like, okay, 4 o'clock. Work for 3 hours, take a shit for 30 minutes. I legit sit on my phone while I'm taking a dump. I think we all do that. I sit on there.
It's
and
the most
then,
peaceful time. Peaceful
and
time.
yeah, the most peaceful time, legit. So like, I even told my girlfriend, I'm like, that is my only time of relax.
Yeah.
Like I'll sit, or if like I don't poop, I either lay on my bed, give myself a relaxation time of 30 minutes. I set a timer. Once that timer goes off, I get my ass up and I start thinking of other ways to finish up my work.
Yeah.
Legit, I've had the vlog that I had to turn in today, that I had to put up today. I've had it done since Friday, and I'm already starting on Thursdays
There you go.
because I'm already
That's
trying
right.
to.
You're uploading Thursday and Sunday.
Yeah, Thursday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Look me up. Thank you guys. But no, I legit, bro. Like I've. It's just the self-discipline of getting shit done, and once you get shit done, like you feel way more calmer, and you don't have to worry about having to worry about deadlines.
Yeah.
Like straight up, just get shit done early, and by the time the deadline comes around, you can just turn it in and not worry about it.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I can really say. So that's why I don't really stress about time.
Yeah.
So unless like I am stressing over time, but yeah.
Well, I have a question actually. So you guys have like a website, or do you guys like all your links go through Instagram? So,
Instagram.
Like you get clients on Instagram,
So-
and then you tell them, oh, just meet me up on Zoom. We have a whole Zoom class, or how does that work?
So how my online that's good that you asked that, because I was actually going to talk about that. Is when I say online coaching, people think, oh, okay, so you have a Zoom and we work out together. It's like, no. So how my coaching program works is that I have a link in my bio, and that's where you can apply through my coaching program.
Now, is that like a website or?
Through a type form, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then once I review it, I get back to you. How my process works is, I'll hop on a call with someone for like 10 to 15 minutes, just see like, what they're trying to do, what struggles are they having, why do they actually want to do it, and how I could probably help them out. Later on is where we jump on a Zoom, and I actually have a presentation to where, I say, okay, this is how my program works. I have this app to basically take care of your workouts, and it's going to, tell you all the workouts you have to do, your program. It's an app that I have set to my program called the Lifestyle Fitness Program.
Yeah.
So for the Lifestyle Fitness Program, I use Trainerize. Trainerize, like let's say, like I build you out a program, right? A 5-day split. It's going to have every single workout there, how many reps you need to do for how many sets, and it's also going to have how-to videos. And how it works is if you're starting out, you watch the videos just so you have an understanding. You go to the gym. For the first 2 or 3 weeks, that's when we're testing,
Yeah.
So we're seeing, what routine works for you, what workouts work for you. You record yourself and you send me form videos. That's where I
Okay.
can actually see if you're doing them right and what adjustments we need to take.
Yeah.
And then I have a community app it's called WhatsApp.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I have WhatsApp, and then that's where I throw all my clients in there, and I communicate them on a day-to-day basis and all that stuff, just because it was getting annoying having it on my messages.
Yeah.
That way I can separate, my personal from business.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that helps a lot. For nutrition, I have another app called MyFitnessPal, and then
Yeah.
that one I'm able to
Oh,
link
yes,
it with
yes.
Trainerize.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody's heard of
I
that
have
one.
that.
That's
Yeah.
the easiest one.
and then that's when I build out they're custom macros. You know, I lay out a plan and see like, okay, we're gonna do a 3-month, a 4-month, a 6-month plan. So by X date, we gotta have your macros already here. So our goal is to reverse diet you up to your maintenance. We're gonna be in a surplus for X time. We're gonna be in a cut for X time, and through MyFitnessPal, you connect that to Trainer Eyes. You track your food. I'm able to view it. And then on the weekends is where I have another basically another process. So through Trainer Eyes,
Yeah.
you upload photos and you weigh yourself 3 times a week. And then also I have a Google Doc, and then that's where I ask you, you know, weekly questions, you know, like how were the trainings, how were the workouts, you know, what was your biggest
That's
problem?
good. That's good you have that.
Yeah,
Okay, I
so
see.
I basically just try to see like what their problems were for the week, what their success was. You know, if they're hitting their daily steps. That's another thing that maybe people don't understand, and you know, that's what I do in my program.
Steps.
Dude, walking is so
Yeah.
fucking
Bro,
crucial.
it's so
Yeah,
beneficial.
yeah. So I have
didn't
like a
realize it till
whole
I
like
started
setup
tracking.
of like how I run the program, and a lot of people don't understand this. And then this is for like all the people who listen to this and are probably like, "What the hell is online coaching?" Well, that's
Yeah.
kind of like a little summary of what my coaching is. So I like doing this versus in person. I've done both. I coached at Insomnia for a little bit, and I noticed that online basically clients are more determined. They're more focused on getting the results versus, you know, going to meet a trainer for an hour 3 times a week and then just working out, and then they leave, and then, oh, okay, like time to party and go on with
Yeah.
my day.
Yeah.
Versus online, I give you all the tools you need so that you can learn it yourself. So that way in 6 months, you don't need me. You don't need to depend on me. You're going to get results, and you're going to be like, okay, now I'm in the routine of going to the gym. Now I know how to build out a program. Now I know what foods I like to eat that's going to get me results, you know?
Yeah.
Now I know what steps I should be taking, like how active I should be in the day, you know?
Yes.
So all that stuff is basically what I do to show people, you know, you can do it on your own and you can learn it on your own because you don't always need me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people can be self-reliant. It's just that they don't know the knowledge, and that's where online coaching basically comes in clutch, like
Yeah.
way more than in person. Because in person, I don't know about you guys, but I've talked to so many people that have had like so many bad experiences with in-person coaches.
Like what? Like what
Bro,
was an example?
Like
I've had coaches call their clients fat. I have a client.
I
right
don't know
now.
about that, but like in-person
Mariah used to
coaches,
call-
like I had clients that I would
Bleep
talk
that.
to, and then she would be like, "Oh, like my coach just is on her phone the whole time and like just not really supporting me with the workouts, you know?"
Okay.
I go to the gym and I need help with this, and they're kind of just there like, "Okay, yeah, just do this." They're giving them bullshit workouts because, you know, you're with this person 3 times a week, right?
Yeah.
For like 3 months. You're going to get tired of doing the same workout every single
Yeah.
time, but in reality, that's what you need to do is you need to stick to something basic, and you need to get really good at it, and you need to, you know, overload
Master
the
the
muscle
form.
with it to get
Yeah.
stimulus, growth, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
In-person coaches, that's very hard to do because by the third time you're with this person on a Monday, you know, you're going to be tired of saying, okay, bench press, okay, shoulder press, okay, triceps, okay, biceps. For 3 sets of 12, you know, slowly increasing it. That's going to get tiring. So a lot of what in-person coaches, from my experience, and I'm not pointing any fingers, they'll have clients basically, you know, do different things every single workout that isn't really effective, but you feel like you're being active, you know?
Yeah.
So a lot of girls, like, they want to get toned, but really they do like the booty bands, all the fucking kickbacks and all this stuff. And it's counterintuitive, bro. That's
Dear
not going to
God.
get you toned, ladies. That is not going to get you toned. What's going to get you toned is, you know, sticking to some squats, hack squats, leg press,
Compound lifts and stuff.
compound lifts, and then
Getting into the
also like
bar.
leg extension, hamstrings, and really just focusing on chasing the pump and, you know, having that mind muscle connection. And people don't understand that. That's really just slowing down the workout and really just controlling the weight.
So like time under tension type stuff.
Time under
Yeah.
tension, tut, and then also making sure to get that good squeeze, you know? So a lot of people don't understand how to do that, and that's really just, it comes over time, you know? You really just got to work at it. But that's what's going to get the ladies fucking toned. I don't know if a lot of girl listeners or not.
Oh, we got a couple.
But, yeah.
We got a couple.
Yeah, ladies, that's what will get you toned is some heavyweight, intense workouts, not like cardio or anything like that. That's not going to work.
Over the time of working out, I've realized like you need to actually feel like have like in your head the
have
muscle
to.
that you're trying to squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so the worst part of my body I have the problem with is my back. And so like I have such a hard time. Like I'm really good with my lats, but like the middle part of my back is like
Mhm.
so hard to like isolate it.
Yeah.
So-
I kind of understand like where I'm fucking pulling or like how I can do that. So what I'm to actually ask the question is like, so a person that has a problem like me, like say they're trying to build bigger biceps, how would they use their mind to connect to their muscle? Like would they have, like I saw like Chris Bumstead's trainer tapping his arm and kind of like telling his brain like this is where you want to squeeze, and so he taps it and squeezes it.
Legit,
Like, how would you do that by yourself though? Is what I'm trying to say. If
You
guys
go
have
first
any
and then I'll
tips
go.
or tricks.
Fuck. I remember when I first did it, it was kind of just it's hard at first because it's just not there. But the more you just got to keep doing it over and over. And the one thing, you know how like you can work out one arm at a time?
Yeah.
So the one thing is just grab it
So
and
isolating
push it.
Yeah.
And then when you start flexing it, you'll feel it. And the more you do it over and over, that's how I started learning how to get the mind muscle control. And especially with my chest, I know how you feel with your center back. With my chest, I always had a big problem because I could never feel the contraction. So I just started isolating it, and I started doing a lot of the one-sided workouts at a time. And I feel like that's the one thing that helped me improve that the most, because with my center back, I know how you feel. You just feel like you can't really work it out. I have that problem too. I'd always look in the mirror and be like, how come I don't got that divot like how people do on TV?
Yeah.
Like that's the struggling part. So I honestly just started YouTubing it. Like YouTube kind of just helped me out. I kind of looked up videos and I kind of just made my own little cycle for it. And it's just the smaller muscles are usually the harder ones to isolate, especially like the
Like
center back.
which muscles would you say like this? Obviously, yes, like center back. Like would you say like shoulders?
What would you say? Honestly, I say like
So,
the back.
well,
of your
before
shoulder.
getting into that, I want to answer your question.
Oh
so,
yes, please, yeah.
Do you know who David Goggins is or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
David
so you know
Goggins,
how he was like
I
in
don't.
military training, and they had to
think
hold
David
like the
Goggins.
fucking boat or the log or some
yes.
shit.
Navy SEAL training.
And you know, like when your shoulders start burning, that's basically fucking. You're starting to get a pump and mind muscle connection, right? So, with people that kind of have like an issue with feeling the muscle, is like, okay, do like a row, but if you do 12, you know you're not gonna feel it. Do 5, but hold it for like 30 seconds.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna feel that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
So
really
start
smart.
slowing,
Okay, I
probably
see
go
what you're
lower on the weight and slow it down and really just fucking hold it. Hold it until you feel, oh fuck, I gotta burn.
saying. Okay.
Now do another one. Now do another one. Hold it for the same amount of time. Do 12, hold it for like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel that
Yes.
shit. That's what the advice I would give, and also record yourself. Just record yourself. And if it doesn't look right, maybe, you know, try looking at
Make it-
YouTube videos or hit up like me or Leo, like a online coach or someone who knows kind of like, you know, how it should look like, what you should do.
Yeah.
My biggest advice to getting a mind muscle connection: lower the weight and really just be strict on the movement. You know,
Contraction.
if you go to the gym right now, if you go to Brenda's and you see a lot of people doing a bicep curl, they're most likely going to be moving.
Oh yeah.
You know, instead of them moving, tell them to sit down and tell them to get the same weight and hold it right here for about 5 seconds, and then go down slow for about 10 seconds. Chances are they're not going to be able to do 2.
Yeah.
So if you lower the weight and really start getting really strict on that and feel that fucking burn,
Yeah.
you're going to start growing. You're going to start getting a mind muscle connection. And if you keep doing that and you really got the drive, you're going to be chasing people like Chris Bumstead, because your muscle is just going to develop, you know?
Yeah.
So that burn and that, you know, stimulus is what gets the look that you want, you know, if you want to get toned, if you want to get cut, all that stuff on top of, you know, nutrition, of course. But
Yes.
for training aspects, that would definitely help you, you know?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I was. He had mentioned the 4-hour body to me, and I was actually literally right there. It's holding the fucking thing up.
Yeah.
Dude, he talks about that. It talks, but the craziest thing is like, in the book. He specifically says like, actually, I think you should talk about this because you're more interested.
I don't know what
The
you're
whole,
gonna talk
the whole
about.
fucking like.
I want to hear you talk. You really
Yeah,
want to talk
Mike's been
No,
asking all the
because-
questions,
no,
bro.
No, because
Yeah.
it's because he like he understands a lot better than I do.
Mhm.
But the whole thing where you don't work out in a month, like you don't work out 6-7 times a day or a week. You fucking
Oh
go
yeah,
home.
he did this like experiment where he worked out like over a
Oh,
month. He worked out
explained that to me.
twice, and all he did for every meal was eat like grass-fed beef, and he gained like 28 pounds of muscle, and he only
Oh,
worked out
shit.
taught.
But
Like,
he taught.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
and
Sorry.
he like, but his workouts are like super like specific. Like he's like, I want to build this muscle, and so he'll do crazy like time under tension stuff, and he'll
Yeah.
do like 4 reps, like almost nothing, just to trigger the muscle growth.
Yeah.
And like, so he's super like efficient, like body hacking, like all that stuff. And he only like he's like, everyone like works out almost too much.
Yeah.
Like you need to get like super focused on exactly what you want to do and only do that and like focus a lot more.
So to go on that, honestly, a lot of people are overworking it.
Bro.
So a lot of it depends on like what your goal is, you know? Like
Exactly.
like, you know, you said you work out like 6 times, 7 times. For me, that would be too much because I want to try to, you know, get a certain look, but maybe you want to just be active, feel healthy, you know, stay moving, you know, not feel sluggish. But for someone who's trying to build muscle or build strength, and then this is where, you know, powerlifting and bodybuilding kind of like butt heads is like powerlifting. If you want to get stronger, powerlifting is what you should do. So less days, heavier weight, your body will adjust to it. Obviously, you want to focus on the mechanics. There's a lot more to go into that. I'm not going to dive into that. But
Not just to simplify. Why less days?
Because you're giving your body a lot more time to recover because you're tearing up the muscle when you're working out. So say you're hitting a heavy ass squat, and what happened?
There's no you don't tear muscles when you do it. So
I say
powerlifting, you don't tear muscles because tearing muscles and the muscle recovering is progressive overload, and that's, you know, the muscle getting bigger and stronger, you know?
Yeah.
With powerlifting, you don't really get too much bigger and stronger versus bodybuilding. So powerlifting is heavier weight, more rest time, less days in the gym, because if you look at Emmanuel, you know Emmanuel Trujillo, right? So my old bodybuilding coach, Emmanuel Trujillo, he has like a 700-pound fucking deadlift, and he weighs like 180.
Sumo.
The dude is not built deadlift like Arnold, right?
Yeah, what the hell? So
yeah, that's what got me into powerlifting, because I was like, how the hell is this guy lifting that much weight, weighing how he is, you know? Obviously, he's very cut, and his muscle has a lot of like density to it.
Yeah.
But that's what got me into it, is like, how the fuck does he do that, and how the fuck can I do that? And then that's why I was like, you know what? I want you to be my coach. So I hit him up. He coached me, and that's where I learned, you know, a lot of it is just programming and like basically just the knowledge of it. But if you want to get like a big muscle and you want to define the muscle, you should go less time. You should focus on the time under tension, because like Leo was saying, you want to rip it. That's where, you know, you want to get like a big chest or like big backs or like big legs or biceps, or like if girls want to get the butt, that's what you should do. You should focus on going heavy, not too heavy, but going a lot of reps and making sure that every single one counts, to where powerlifting, that one's going to be, you know, you're going to do only 5, but let's say you're going to do like a 300-pound squat, but only 5 of them. You're going to be able to do that because you're exerting more power, but you only have 5 reps versus, okay, well, I want to get big legs, so I'm going to do 200 pounds, but I'm going to do it for 20 reps, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of like the difference, to kind of give you like an idea, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
Another thing is that from the book, actually, and I learned it from way back when, or not way back when, but when I was starting lifting. It's so important to actually document everything, and no one actually
It is.
Yeah.
It's very important.
The actual main thing that I think is really important is like your strength, your fucking strength is just like important to like track that and see how much you're lifting overall. Because some people might not even realize like, oh, I'm not looking more lean or fucking bulky or anything like that. But if you don't track that or see that the strength thing is like, man, I'm not even getting stronger, but you actually in definition you are slowly increase. Like the beginning of the week I was benching 170, and all of a sudden at the end of the week I'm benching 180. Like that's 10 pounds. That's pretty fucking big difference.
That's still a good amount.
Increase. That's a pretty good
like that's crazy. So like so people that are actually watching or listening, like that's super important to document everything, especially like if you want to be dedicated and you want to get a certain body or something like that. I think it's super important to document like your certain splits, how much you're lifting that week, what you're eating, your calorie intake, and all of it, everything.
It's very important because I know a lot of people do not track, especially people who are trying to lose weight, and a lot of the newer people who are starting to get coached. I know me having some of my clients, they struggle with like they only base their if I'm losing weight or gaining weight off of the scale. And you guys got to remember,
that fluctuates like crazy.
Yeah, it fluctuates like crazy, especially when your food cycle is so random.
Yeah.
So one of my clients right now, she's kind of like confused because she gained weight and then also lost weight, and I was like, it's normal. Your body's just fluctuating because you're changing eating habits and you're eating way different than what you were before.
Your body's got to adjust.
So it has to adjust, and your metabolism's adjusting slowly. It's a marathon, it's not a race. So I told her, I'm like, just relax. So that's why you take your progress pictures. Progress pictures make the biggest difference because you can gain 10 pounds, but if you look at that picture, you look way thinner, but your arms look bigger. Like where those 10 pounds go to? you know? So that's what people
Exactly.
don't really take in consideration. Pictures do make a very big difference compared to just judging your weight. Because I've had clients where they're just like not taking their pictures, even though I ask them every single week, but they're very hard headed. They're like, nah, I don't want to take them. I don't want to take them. I was that person too. I'd never take my pictures.
That's why
But
you gotta
every,
cut him, bro.
yeah. And then the second I got on the scale, it was like I was 40 pounds heavier, or like I was 30 pounds lighter. And I'd tell my coach, like, what the fuck happened? And they're like, did you take pictures from last week? And I was like, and they'd be like, no. I was like, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why I can't see what's happening. You're not like, if you're not helping me help you, then how are we supposed to see if you're gaining weight or if you're losing weight? Because your gut could have gone down, but your legs grew a little. Like, that's why you put on 5 pounds. Like, you don't know where your results are really coming from if you're losing or gaining weight.
Now, what is like? Have you guys had clients leave you guys?
Yes.
I was gonna ask about that.
And-
I've had to go back to the programming because I actually want to build on that. So like always tracking your programming. A lot of people back in the day, they used to have like a notepad and then they would track their workouts on
I
that.
see people
That's what I
The
do.
cool thing about what we do as online coaches, we have an app that is basically the same thing. You log your weight on there, and
Oh,
then
so
when
you don't do like
check-ins.
on Excel or anything.
No.
You
We
don't.
have so the app that I have Trainerized. So if you were to be my client or Leo's client, our app Trainerized takes care of the workout portion. So that's basically like a notepad that's gonna say, okay, bench press, 3 sets of 10. Week 1, you record it. Week 2, you're gonna be able to look at your past weight, and it's gonna be all right there.
Yeah.
All right there is gonna be laid out for you. So you're gonna be like, okay, last week I did 95 for 10 reps. So this week I got to step it up and start with like 100, you know?
Absolutely.
And then that's where you start getting the results because you're slowly increasing it. Or let's say like you hit like a bench, like you hit a plateau, quote unquote. And it's like, okay, well, I can only do 110 for 10. Now I can't do anything more than that. Well, then increase the reps, and then next week increase the weight, you know? So there's ways that you can go around it. And then also what Leo was saying, well, let's say in the photos you look different, but the scale, it's staying the same, right? I've had that happen, and that's actually called a body recomposition. And that's what's exciting about when clients first start is like the first few weeks, if you do it right and you do what I tell you to do, is like you're going to go through a body recomposition, like it or not. In the mirror, you're probably your stomach will go down. You know, if you're a girl, you're probably going to see some changes in the legs, you know, in the right direction. You're going to look, quote unquote, a little more toned. And that's because, you know, we're taking out all the old shitty food. We're introducing new food, whole foods on a meal plan. And we're also introducing a consistent workout, you know? That's where they start seeing changes, and that's what gets them excited. Yeah. It's like, okay, now we're basically where we're supposed to be with the reverse diet to maintenance. Now we can start building on that, putting on some muscle. Yeah. And then the cut gets even more exciting because it's like, all right, let's take off all the fat now as much as we can.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, actually.
Because a lot of people retain a lot of the water weight and the fat that they've just been developing throughout the years. And then the second they start eating healthy, and the second we start helping them with like balancing out their like daily lifestyle, because we're macro based, we're kind of friendly about like you can eat really anything you want, but it has to be a measured amount. Yeah. And that's what people don't. That's why like when we hit people up, they're like, what do you mean you can eat whatever you want? It's like, you can go to McDonald's, you can go to In-N-Out, you can go to Taco Bell, you can eat that. But it's just knowing how much and knowing when to stop. Because we all know that feeling of going to McDonald's or like taco truck, burrito, 5 tacos on the side. Like, you're not going to go to a taco truck and do that when you're trying to like be healthier. Yeah. So it's just knowing how to track it and being able to like micromanage your eating habits, you know?
Do you push more like better foods, like natural foods, than you would like Taco Bell? Because in my head, it's like because I've been bulking for like the last 22 years. Like when I look at it, I told Josh this. I'm like, I look at it as if, do I want a plate of cookies in my stomach, or would I want fucking natural like grass fed beef? And what would go in my muscle?
On that, honestly, I don't really see a difference. It's more like the food that's more satiating to you. So a plate of cookies, right? So you could get like 400 calories worth of cookies, right? Yeah. Or you could have 400 calories worth of spaghetti. Which one's probably going to be more filling? And that's honestly like what's satiating. If you eat like 400 calories worth of cookies, that's like.
So what do you mean by satiating?
So satiating is like more whole foods to fill you up. So like let's say for dinner you have 4 ounces of steak with 4 ounces of potatoes and then 3 ounces of white rice. That's gonna fill you up more if you have it at 11 o'clock in the daytime. Lunchtime. If you have that at lunchtime, that's gonna fill you up more long term than if you go to McDonald's and get basically like a Big Mac and fries, because your body's gonna go through that. I don't know what the hell they put in their food,
But you want to
but
shit it out in seconds.
you're gonna be hungry. You're gonna be hungry, especially when you eat food that's high in sugar like that, high processed.
I see what you're saying.
I don't really look too much into the grass fed just because I'm not really there yet. I haven't looked too much into that, but I know that there are studies on the benefits of that. And also, there's studies on like vegan, right? So I was listening to the podcast with Joe Rogan and Mike Tyson, and they were talking about, how Mike Tyson, now he's vegan. When people get older, and even Arnold, he's vegan now too, but he'll still have some meat. But he even says, like, I couldn't achieve that look when I was younger just because the meats and all the food that you have that's not vegan, it's going to get you that look, like it or not. Yeah. Maybe later on is when you should probably switch to vegan. I'm thinking about that too. Like, I need to look more into the research of that. But later on, I'll probably like switch into vegan, like my 50s or 60s, just for long-term health.
I've seen studies where like vegan is more healthier or more beneficial to your stomach.
Yeah.
Meat, you have to break it down faster, or not fast, but it takes longer. It's more harsh in your stomach than vegan is like. It's way less harsh than what it is.
I mean, if you're young like us, like I wouldn't really trip about it just because we're active, we're young.
Actually,
like if we're not overindulging and like, we're measuring the food and all that stuff, then we're going to be chilling, honestly. But like probably later on in life, like if you want to have like, better health or whatever, better gut health and all that stuff, I would say vegan. But also like what Leo was saying too, with like the eating and all that stuff, is like a lot of people, when they see like, when I say like, oh, I track macros, they think, oh, so like how much does this apple have? How many calories? It's like, I don't fucking know. I have an app for that, dude. Just like Trainerize, for myself and all my clients, there's MyFitnessPal. But basically what I try to do is get them more aware of like, how they can eat food. How much is like 400 calories, right? So like
that's sorry to cut you off.
No,
that is the hardest thing I've like actually not looking at. So like,
looking at something and eyeballing it?
Yeah, and trying to eyeball it.
The food scale, bro.
When I was bulking, I would just be like, that should be about enough.
But that's bulking, that's why.
And then you're like, and then when you put on a scale and like, what the fuck? Like,
in reality, it's not.
And you're just like, what the shit? This is how much I've been eating over that. Like, what the fuck?
Like me myself, crazy. I know how you feel because I've done that with like almonds or like cashews, because like the more you do it, and I know me personally, I like eating the same stuff. I'm like a dog, bro. I don't care what I eat. I don't like going out. I don't like eating out on the street. I feel like it's spending money. And I feel like if you're on a diet, I feel like I don't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't really eat out, which you can. That's where like binging and like a bunch of other topics can come from. But I know me personally, I'd rather just stay home, save some money, eat at home. I eat like a dog. I eat the same shit every single day. And it helps me. I feel like me personally, I prefer to just keep eating whole foods because it's way more beneficial. And at the end of the day, say you go home and you eat your meal plan, your meal prep, compared to, okay, I'm going to go to McDonald's instead. How are you going to feel after eating both of those meals? You guys remember how you feel after eating McDonald's? Yeah. That's what I think of before I eat it. I think, oh, hell no. That's going to like, I'm happy now, but when you're done, how does your stomach feel? How do you mentally feel?
That's literally what our product, like that's exactly what we were thinking. It's just like, what would make us feel better after we drink this? Like caffeine, you feel like dog shit after. Like,
especially if it's a fat crash.
You feel good immediately, and then after like
I can't do
6 hours.
Or especially if you have the hugest crash, bro. Like, oh my god, I don't want to bash on any products, but I've had products, bro, where I've taken, the pump fuel. Bro, oh my god, a full scoop of that shit, bro. You take it.
Believe it out, they're gonna come for his neck.
Yeah, bro. Bro, it's a GNC product. It's their product. I'm sorry. It's a very good pump, but the crash, bro, like the crash is so hard. I've never had such a hard crash like pump fuel. I think it's because of how much shit they throw into it, and like they don't take into consideration. My man, I still need to sleep at the end of the day.
Dude,
and then
I'm gonna give you guys a big old tip right now. But finish up.
No, that's really it. And it's just like it sucks, bro. Especially taking supplements that like you think they're gonna make you feel good, but then you're done, and then you're just like you're done. You're done skis. Like you feel like caca.
Well, the thing is, like you're done for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah,
you can't even move.
You're just like I don't even want to. I don't even want to go play games. I'm just fucking.
Because it's just like I feel like it's it's just too much. I feel like they just try to make too much, especially with that scoop. The scoop is huge. So that's the thing I really liked about the Mavrik product, bro. The scoop is small. You've never seen it, huh? The
haven't,
product
no.
is right there, bro. It's honestly a very good product.
You guys will definitely try it out.
Yeah, bro.
Down?
The scoop is way smaller than Pump Fuel. Pump Fuel's like 3 of those.
Well, it's
No,
great. It's
5. 5 of those.
A lot of those stuff, like when I was making this, when we got our sample, it was way smaller than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
But like, they put so much stuff in there that like to make it bigger. So you think you're like when you're doing it, like you think you're getting more out of it, but it's just like they put like fillers in there.
Really? So,
Yeah.
bro, I think that's the one thing I really hated about them because, like, it tastes okay. Here's the thing about Pump Fuel. Fuck, I'm bashing on it so hard. It tastes like shit. It tastes like shit
Yeah.
for one. It tastes like ass, bro. Oh my god. Like they're all like, this flavor tastes good. No, I've tried all of them. I'm looking directly into the camera. They all taste like shit. And
camera?
yeah,
okay.
no, the camera up there. The camera's up there. The phone. And they all taste like shit. And then it has the worst crash.
Dude,
And then the one thing when I was I was gonna work there, but when I was gonna work there, the one thing they told me, they're like, if you're trying to shred, do not let them take it. It has carbs. It has a very high dosage of carbs compared to other products. It has 13 grams of
a
carbs.
lot
So
of
if
people
you're
probably don't realize that.
yeah, so that's the one thing that they told us mandatory before we sell the product. Make sure to tell them it has carbs. That's why when we take it, it's such a nice pump. Because say you haven't ate before the gym or you didn't eat a high carb, like a high carb diet.
Meal? Yeah.
Meal. Then you eat that, you drink that, and you're gonna feel like 100%.
Yeah.
But then the second all those carbs burn through your body, and the second all that caffeine ran through you and you took your dump at the end of the day, you're gonna crash like a tank. Straight up, like you just felt like you remember taking that. He used to take half scoops because he didn't like it that much.
I don't do caffeine in general. I was gonna
Yeah.
actually go into that.
He hated
The
it.
question is, what's the product? Is it like a pre-workout or is it just like an additive? Like
It's crack.
It's
No.
like it's called a nootropic energy powder. So it's like, we made it because like I was drinking like 2 energy drinks a day because my body was so like immune to caffeine. Like there's nothing I could do to get any energy.
Uh-huh.
And if I'd go off caffeine, like I'd get headaches, like I wouldn't be able to stay awake. And so I was like trying to look in like what are some replacements, and there really weren't any. So this is like and I realized a big problem with having a lot of caffeine is you can't sleep, and your sleep quality is horrible.
So bad.
So
Fucking
this
terrible.
stuff has like stuff that's supposed to naturally like help your focus and like your brain productivity, and then also has stuff in it that doesn't make you fall asleep, but it helps you get deeper sleep. It has like L-tyrosine and
Alpha
what is-
GPC.
yeah. When I have this stuff, I have the craziest dreams. Like it's so
That's
random,
fucking-
but that's
I
how I
don't
know I'm
understand.
sleeping good. Is
I don't-
I'll have the craziest dreams, and I like will fall
I'll fall off
asleep,
a building.
and you
I
won't
take
like you
this
won't open
product.
your eyes until you wake up.
Yeah,
Like
it's fucking
That's
wild.
pretty. So do you guys recommend taking it like morning, night, or?
So, well, I mean, you can
it's
talk about
recommended once a day, but like I generally take it once in the morning and once at night. Like
Okay.
a full
that. I
scoop.
take one in the morning when I wake up on an empty stomach because some of the ingredients are actually way more beneficial on an empty stomach. And then I take one before I go to work, so it keeps me focused for however long I need to be focused for. Because a human can't be focused for an entire 8 hours, like
Yeah.
whole long
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
8 hours. So
Yeah.
it's good to have that, so that when I get to work, I can knock out all the work I need to do for 4 hours and focus on whatever I need to do. But yeah, dude, like vivid ass fucking dreams. I'm telling you.
I know.
I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's crazy.
I know one thing.
Yeah.
One thing I've really liked about the product, and especially me, I've been bashing on them for the longest time. It's kind of funny. Remember how I was like, "Hey, where's the product?" When I asked you guys for samples.
We would always
Because
forget to bring it to the gym.
for the
and shit.
longest time, bro. I was like, "Bro, where's the product? Where's the product?" And they're like, "Dang, again."
I keep
but no.
fucking forgetting that shit.
But they ended up bringing it to me, and the one thing I really liked about it is that it's non-caffeinated. Like, well, it's not. It's a non-stem, but it's
Yeah.
very low dosage.
You
So
said
it's
there's
still-
12 milligrams.
It's like
That's still nothing
There's a
compared to
green
everything
coffee
else.
bean extract, which is
Black
like
pepper extract.
yeah,
Bro,
which
you-
are good like the best parts of caffeine because there are other things in caffeine besides like just like giving
the
you like that
processed
stimulant.
shit.
Yeah.
So actually, this
So-
I want to bring this up to be very specific. So, green coffee extract and black pepper extract, they're both in teas, so it's all natural. Like that's
Yeah,
all
all
this
this stuff
very
is
very
natural.
fucking good.
That's what I really liked about
So
it.
like black coffee has that. Normal herb tea. Rodeo Rosea is also in tea. Alpha GPC is also in tea, and then L-tyrosine is also in tea as well. And all one of these is like it's super good for you. And then the great thing is that when you have high doses of caffeine, you will crash But
Yeah.
it's not that much caffeine in here, but still there's caffeine.
It's like not even
Yeah.
enough.
yeah,
It's
It's
not
like
enough to
5 milligrams. It's like not even.
Oh,
enough
that's
to-
perfect.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Compared-
it's
nothing to do
super good.
anything.
It's like it's basically drinking like tea,
Yeah.
but without the high dose of caffeine in tea, which is I think 95 milligrams.
Yeah, something like
Less than
that.
The reason why I really liked it is because like how low of a dose. Because I take focus. I call them focus pills really, because like bro, like I told you, I wake up at 6 a.m. I have to concentrate, and then I feel like I should get tested for that. But like legit, bro, like I have to take them, and I take them before I sit down and start working on my vlogs, because if not, I will get sidetracked so quick. So the one thing I really liked about the product is like it was like such a low, like it wouldn't make me sweaty. I wouldn't be
Yeah.
drenched in sweat because of the caffeine.
Well, the crazier thing is that I looked up because when I would have caffeine, my heart rate would be up around like 85 to 90 beats per minute,
Is that a lot?
and so that's
Yeah.
not good.
Oh, okay.
Having 90 beats a minute, that's not good.
Yeah.
But then I
Damn.
read I was very interested in do you know who Wim Hof is? The Iceman.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
He
the
takes
guy that
cold-
with the
cold
beard?
baths?
Yes,
And it
that
like
guy's
screws them
cool.
like a ball.
I implemented that.
Yeah.
Not taking cold baths, but taking cold showers.
Yeah, I do that
and then,
too.
And then taking the goMAV, and my fucking
Yeah.
heart rate went down to 65 beats per minute, just
Pretty
like
good.
he said.
Yeah.
And so that changes. That can like take out. They can add years to your life. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
doing that.
Just
And
by
so, like,
lowering your
it's
heart rate,
crazy
bro.
because like people don't know like if you're taking caffeine, you're just sitting there and you're fucking like laser
Yeah.
focused, and your heart rate's
Yeah.
at a 95, and then when you're working out, it's at 150 or some crazy shit.
That's bad,
Dude,
bro.
it will. You'll have a fucking heart attack.
Yeah.
He was here. But here's the crazier thing, bro. I was taking it in the morning at sometimes, right before class or right before work, and right after that, it was only like an hour worth of class. So right after taking those pills, I'd go to the gym, take another 2 scoops of a pre-workout, I take 2 scoops because it was half a dosage per scoop, but each one of those scoops was another 150 milligrams of caffeine, when the 2 pills I took that morning together were already 300 milligrams. So like it was already like taking a whole ass fucking scoop of pre. So I'd take another 2 scoops of that plus all my other things that I like adding into it.
Yeah.
And I remember like I think it was a couple weeks ago, like I was working out and I was like, fuck, my chest. And I was like, dang, it's probably my heart rate
There was
because
actually what's his name? He's the guy that had the pose like this. What's his name?
Z's?
oh,
Yes,
this
he fucking had
Is
a heart
this-
attack in the
Z's.
sauna.
these? Oh,
Yeah,
these.
he
Z's,
literally
bruh.
had a heart attack. In
I
the
call him
sauna.
Zist.
And-
Yeah,
and
yeah,
From,
Z's
from,
died,
from
yeah.
what I read in the article, he was fucking took free workout like he normally would,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure his heart rate went over probably because when I'm in the sauna, I'm sitting. We do.
He also had he was taking steroids too.
Oh, that could be
Oh,
it.
that-
too,
yeah.
Here's the crazier thing, bro. I remember growing up and like in high school, it was kind of funny now that I look back at it. I used to think it was cool thinking having a high like immune system to caffeine. I used to be like, I used to talk to people and be like, yeah, I have to take this much because if I don't, then it just won't hit me. I used to sit like, think I was cool. I'd be in the locker room talking about it, bro.
Because when you
And
were
now-
young, like nobody really took caffeine. If you had a coffee when you were like in middle school, people
You
were
were
like,
a
"Oh,
badass.
you're grown."
You were like,
You're grown.
you
Yeah.
grown, yeah.
You got adult
And, like,
money. Shit.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
I used to be around like the football players in the locker room and in the weight room, and we'd all be talking about it, and I'd be like, yeah, take like about 2 scoops of what's that, bucked up, which each one is like 250. So in total, I was taking a 500 milligrams, and like I remember feeling like a badass taking them.
The first time I ever had caffeine was when I came back from basic and I went to my unit for the first time,
It's rough.
and I was fucking dead. And I was like, I need to try something. And so I went and got an energy drink, and
Yeah.
I fucking dopamine rush. I was already
Bro.
hooked the second
Dude,
got it.
You feel like you're on
So-
crack
I
the
was
so-
first
just like,
time.
holy fuck. Like, it was crazy.
crack.
to get into like basically like my idea like with the supplements and all that, because honestly, I do take a few supplements, but it's like nothing.
doesn't
I don't
take
take
You
creatine.
really like.
You-
I really
sorry
don't.
to cut you off, but you really don't like.
He
At our
does it.
age, we don't need to take supplements.
We don't need a lot of
Honestly,
shit.
to be dead serious with you,
Yeah.
honestly, we don't need.
Yeah.
it.
There's kids taking.
This would be a good additive because this like it's all natural, so that would probably like help
Yeah,
like
like
long
that's
term
that's
health.
perfect.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
But so like I had a client ask me about pre-workout, but like honestly, like to anybody who's interested in pre-workout, I want you to try this for a week and see if you need pre-workout after. So when people say like, you know, they need to get a better pump, they need pre-workout for like the pump, the energy, all that shit. dial it back, focus on the eating before you go to the gym, and focus on your water intake. So for a week straight, try just drinking a gallon of water. Drink a gallon of water throughout the day. If you can drink like a liter before going to the gym, that would probably help a fuckload. Try having 50 to 60 grams of carbs before your workout. I do that like an hour and a half before my workout. And I have that fast digesting and slow digesting carbs. So what carbs do is they give you glucose, right? Glucose is basically energy. So energy that you need to basically get fucking gains, get a sick ass pump.
Exactly.
Fast digesting carbs are gonna be like fucking like people have been popularizing it like the Rice Krispies.
I tried that.
My favorite is the Pop-Tart. And then there's also like fruits and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's fast digesting carbs. That's gonna give you a quick spike. And then you want your slow digesting, where when you start going down, that slow digestion is gonna taper it off and like keep you like going. I like having oatmeal. A lot of people have like having like cream of rice and all that. So if you guys want to get a sick ass pump, try having a serving of oatmeal with about a scoop of protein, and eat that with like 2, 3, 4 ounces of blueberries with a Pop-Tart an hour and a half before your workout, or an hour, depends on your your digestion and all that. And then, just drink like a liter of water. I guarantee you, if you go to the gym and you do this, you will get a different pump. Make sure that your workout is intense. You rest very slow. You get a good mind-muscle connection, and you are only in there for about an hour and 15 minutes max.
Yeah.
You will get a good-ass workout, and I swear, like, 9 times out of 10, you probably do not need the pre-workout,
Yeah.
Because, I'll be honest, the only supplements that I take is multivitamins in the morning, vitamin C, and then I have fish oils too, and then
Those are super fun.
yeah, they help a lot, especially when you're cutting too, because when you're cutting down on fat, so it's like that's gonna affect how your mind, like you're like super foggy, and also like if you're guys and you're trying to have sex, it's gonna affect if you have low fats, it's gonna affect your ability to have sex,
Your sex drive pretty much. Yeah.
So fats help with that.
You don't want
but
lumpy.
there are ways around it. I've talked to a lot of people that, they take shit from when they're with the girl, but it's like, honestly, bro, I know that if you were to just focus on your diet, you could basically fix that, and they don't want to take the advice.
Absolutely fine.
Completely fine, but it's like a lot of the issues that we have, it's like, bro, like just fix the diet, actually pay attention and give a fuck, because
people are very
the way that the way that I see this shit is like, bro, like let's say you got one car for the rest of your life. You're probably not going to beat the car to shit, right? You're going to want to take care of it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So that's what our bodies are,
Yeah.
we have the ability to basically like throw in like Brembo brakes, supercharge it and all this shit.
Yeah.
How do we do that? We take care of the fucking body, and we learn how the body works.
That's
how to
exactly
make
what I was
sure
gonna
that's,
say.
like, long-term.
I was just gonna say, literally ask yourself what goes into pumping up your muscles. Like what are the main ingredients for your
train like
muscle
a
to
dog.
fucking pump? Like if you just go on and simply looking at that,
Yeah.
just figure out what foods and what do you need to do that. You don't even need pre-workout, or literally
hell
just
no.
I
or
would
just
take
look
a
at what's
supplement.
in the
I'm
pre-workout, like
So-
and then what
Yeah.
kind of base ingredient it is, and then just get
Yeah.
off base. Like that's
Yeah.
now ever since we made this, I look at every ingredient on everything I look at.
Bro,
right?
it's
Because if you look at pre-workouts like big name brands,
yeah,
half the shit on there you can't even name it, bro.
dude, it's
You don't
so
even know like
crazy.
what the fuck is this
So-
name?
Yeah, it's like-
Crazy.
It's
so me,
insanity.
while working at GNC, I actually had to learn all that product, and I understand
That's
what
right,
you're
you
talking
talked about
about.
that.
Like, bro, you don't need all these stuff. Like me being like I have a very high immune system to. Is it immune system? A very high tolerance. There we go. Tolerance to caffeine. I used to drink. Remember when I used to drink 2 bangs a night and go home and go to bed? Bro, I'd go to parties and like drink a bang with my alcohol,
so
and then like I'd crack it open, be sipping on it, and then right after like I'd be kind of like 12 o'clock, I'd crack open the other one. If the party was still going, I'd be sipping on that one as I'm drinking. So my tolerance for caffeine was very high. So when I started working at GNC, I learned that all that stuff that people want out of a pre-workout is literally not in a lot of the big name products, because a lot of people don't go in and look for the, like me personally, I like beta alanine. I like feeling itchy. I like being able to feel the pump.
Yeah.
A lot of people go in there like, oh, how much caffeine does it have in it? And I'll be like, oh, not a high dosage, but it does have enough beta to keep the blood flow, keep all this going. And they're like, oh, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's the stuff that like makes you itchy. It's the stuff that
Yeah.
keeps you going, keeps the
one thing.
pump, the flow, the water and everything going. And they're like, oh, I don't want that. I just want BAMF, or I want bucked up, because their friends have it. And I'm like, okay, but why don't you get this product? It has the same amount of caffeine, but this one has all the right dosage that you need for your body to get the entire amazing workout. Shut up, Siri.
You're fucked.
But no, they'll be like telling me all these things. I'm like, bro, like, but this has all the dosage that you need out of all the supplements that will give you the best result out of your workout, the right amount of creatine, the right amount of this, right amount of that. And like a lot of them like, nah, I just want what my friends have.
Do you guys mention supplements to your clients at all? Like if they, or do you
I
like
do.
tell
I
them
do.
like once you start, like I was told that you very, like if you have a beginner person, just tell them to just work out.
Yeah.
Just literally.
Because they'll get the best
So-
results out of just working out naturally because their body's not used to being on a steady routine, eating good.
They literally can touch
And
weight.
legit, bro,
Yeah.
they'll lose weight. Like, here's the thing: they're not gonna lose weight like snap of a finger, but they'll see way more progress if, say, like there's somebody that's a beginner technically, but he's already on a bunch of supplements. Then you can be like, okay, how about we start off? Don't be taking as many supplements that you're taking. How about you just follow the meal plan routine that I give you, follow the workout routine that I give you, and then in 2 weeks we'll decide if you actually want to stay on supplements. And I've tried this myself on one of my clients, and they legit dropped half of the products that they were using because they were not working. They were going to GNC. They were selling them all the top-notch stuff off the top shelf.
Yeah.
And I told them, like, you're spending way too much damn money. And they did not believe me at the beginning. I'm like, okay, don't hop on it for the next month and then work with me. And if you see more results with me, then you cut out all that and
Your
we
liver
continue.
a break too.
Yeah, give legit.
Jesus
Give
Christ.
your liver like a rest. Like, you're gonna kill yourself. We're all so young. Our liver's running fine.
That's
And-
one thing that just blows my mind is that like somebody like I used to take a lot of
A
supplements.
16-year-old,
Yeah,
bro.
and then,
Like,
like,
so
they should
many
not be taking any
supplements, bro.
supplements.
Honestly, yeah,
They're
you don't
18.
need to take supplements.
You really
And-
don't.
So
And-
with like with what Leo was saying earlier, like the beta and all that stuff, a lot of that stuff can work and can get you a pump. But what a lot of people don't know is if you don't have enough water in you, all that beta, all that shit you drink can't circulate your body in time to get you a fucking pump.
Dehydrated.
Yeah. So if you don't have a gallon a day is like the typical, like, you know, coaches know
Common.
this stuff. Like if you want to have enough water in you because you want your blood to circulate, right?
Mhm.
And then the shit that you throw in your blood, well, that's going to help you get a pump. But like if you already have enough carbs and you have enough water, then that shit's already good enough to get your body circulating. Now you just need a fat pump and you're going to get gains. But with supplements,
Like, do you mention because I know like they tell us this.
I'm gonna say something.
If you drink too much water, you can actually deplete your electrolytes. So it's like you need something. You either need to eat food that has high electrolytes or some type of meal,
sodium.
so something like that.
So,
Yeah.
pink
And then
Himalayan salt.
yeah, so like do you mention like a rehydrate or maybe like some type of food that like they'll take before and then they'll have their work or their pre-workout, or maybe you just drink water. Like what? Well, I'm just like asking like what type of supplements have like including rehydrate do you use or anything like that?
So like you're talking about like post workout.
Or both, but
Yeah.
post and pre-workout, whatever.
Oh,
So
okay.
pre-workout, I would say like have probably like a good amount of carbs, so fat, and then all right protein. Make sure you're getting your water in. Post-workout, that's when you start the recovery process. So that's when you would probably want to have a good amount of carbs. What a lot of people don't know is that, like me with my clients, we have flexible dieting. You know, like a lot of people don't know, but like 2 times a week, my clients are eating out like fucking whatever they want. You know.
That's called the 80-20 rule.
80-20, yeah, that's
right,
what I have. I have like a whole like
You're not
ebook on that
training.
too for my clients and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I told my clients, bro, we're not training.
but-
You're not training to be a bodybuilder like a lot of the people in this world. Like, you're a normal human being.
Yeah.
If
That's
you're
another
just
thing that you need to get through some people's heads. Like you're not Chris Bumstead.
you're not a
Yeah,
robot.
you're
You're not
not-
here.
yeah.
Like,
Like-
me personally,
Yeah.
like I want to
Yeah.
train for it, but like say like yourself, like you guys are just in it just to stay fit. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to stay to a 120% diet strict, the rice and chicken
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, no, enjoy your life. That's where binging comes from. Like, enjoy your lifestyle. 80-20 rules, legit
Binging
the
is
best.
is a problem.
Legit, that's what
Dude.
people go through at the end of the week, because Sunday fun day, okay, I'm gonna go and have like a bag of chips. Okay, that bag of chips ends up to being a bag of chips and a burger. Okay, that's kind of understandable.
Yeah.
Okay, you enjoyed yourself. But say you don't do that often, or you don't enjoy yourself often. You do that every 3 weeks. Okay, that Sunday fun day is gonna turn into a binge Sunday, and that's where like I try to tell my clients is you're not training to be the best. You're not training to be the top person on the show of the show. You're training to just better yourself and become better than what you were last week.
Yeah, at least more knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like enjoy your life. This is such a flexible diet, and David understands this. Like our dieting is so flexible that you can legit go to In-N-Out like 3 or 4 times a week and still get the same results.
Probably not that much.
But you know what I mean? Like if you were to like want to,
honestly, I had Chipotle last night and fucking like in the morning when I weighed myself for check-ins with my coach, I lost like half a pound. I was half a pound lighter than I was the previous day, you know?
Yeah.
But that's because, you know, I've been doing this for like a year. I know kind of like what the scheme of it is, like how I should place the foods and all that stuff because I want to, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of people, they don't care for that. But if you want to know, you're gonna find out that knowledge.
Yeah.
So going back to like the supplements and kind of like talking about that is a lot of pro bodybuilders. If you were to ask them, you know, what supplements do I need to look like you, they're gonna look at you and they're probably gonna laugh because it's like you don't even need to worry about supplements.
They just have food.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's just
if you don't got consistency, and if you don't got, you know, discipline, and you know you don't have the right habits, you don't even need to worry about supplements. And that's what I tell my
that's what I told my clients too.
Yeah.
Is like if you don't have the right discipline right now, you don't have the right consistency.
Yeah.
We're working. That's why I'm with you, bro. That's why we're building this out together. Once we figure that out, that's when we can talk about supplements. Now, don't get me wrong. Like having like some protein powder is pretty good. It's helpful.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's because
Creatine, I would probably like wait a while until, you know, they have the water habits and all that stuff, because I take creatine too and it helps me. I definitely notice a difference, but it took me like 8 months just to take it because I don't like taking something if I don't know it, you know?
Yeah.
I got to really look into it.
So growing off of what you're saying.
That's basically what I would say about supplements.
Growing off of what he was saying and how like, oh, if you don't eat or you don't drink enough water before a workout, I can actually build off of that. Me being somebody who takes a lot of supplements, it doesn't hit the same because it just runs straight through you, and it doesn't, your body doesn't absorb it. So I remember I've had times where like I go in with a fasted stomach, which I highly regret. Sometimes I go in and I feel like shit the entire workout. I drink my pre-workout. Sometimes I don't even finish it because I just know it's not going to go down. And then I end up throwing it up, or I end up like just feeling like shit the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So David is right. Like legit, if you eat a healthy, or at least eat something a couple hours before your workout, your gym workout will be 10 times better, even if you're taking supplements or not. It's still going to feel different just by eating different. Because you remember going, here's one thing. I know like I can probably debunk the eating like shit and not eating like shit before a workout. Me and him used to go to McDonald's in high school before a workout. And I remember we were working out and we're like, I want to go home. And like, we just like say it. We're like,
I want to go home.
Bro,
dude.
our minds, it's like, it felt like you just got high out of your mind. You're just feeling like shit. You're just kind of not there
like
fully
yawning through the whole workout.
Because the food was heavy for one. It's kind of just sitting there. You got to take a doo-doo now. And then it's just like, bro, like, and then I've eaten a healthy, good diet before my workout. And I go in and like, everything's just like that. Like my lifts, they're heavy. My contraction, A1. My blood flow, amazing. And then everything just works together to make such an amazing workout. So you can take all the amazing products off the top shelf, but you're not going to get the results you want. You're not going to be getting everything you want just by taking the top shelf. You got to feed your body what it needs before you even start to work out. So that's like one thing I do want to express, because there's a lot of people who believe in fasted workouts. But my boy, you're working out at 2:00 in the afternoon. You're not supposed to be doing a fasted workout at 2:00 in the afternoon.
Didn't you used to do fasted workouts?
Yeah, but I was like,
yell at you for that.
It was at 7 a.m. Okay, I woke up at 6.
I'd have to yell at him, and then also for the steps too. I remember I would be getting on the treadmill to do steps, and he's like, "Nah, that's bullshit."
It was when I was coaching myself, so I kind of understood.
I was gonna ask about that. I was like, do you guys ever recommend fasting for people?
Fasting?
Nah.
No.
Fasted. It depends.
Cardio.
Yeah.
Fasted cardio is
Are you trying to do a
understandable.
workout or cardio?
No, just like in general.
Like in
Yeah.
general.
Like,
fast.
Workouts,
fasting
no.
cardio isn't as fast as
Have you ever tried to ran a car on without oil?
No.
Exactly. So why would you try to run your own body with no food in your system? It's the same thing. You're kind of just running your body on nothing. You're kind of just running on air, and then your body's just on shutout mode. So you're not getting all the benefits of eating your carbs, like David was saying, the glucose and all that. That's going to give you the pump, and then your body's going to kind of just shut out. So even if you try to drink water, you're going to feel like that water's heavier than anything else. Because I've gone and fasted at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that water feels denser than anything else. Like, it just sits in there, and I won't forget, every time I do a fasted at 1 in the afternoon, I go home and I end up throwing up because I regretted it. And guess what comes out? Full water and my pre-workout. That's all that comes out. So take this from somebody who's done it. Don't do it, please.
So with the fasted and all that, gym, weight training, don't do it if you're trying to, if girls, you're trying to get toned, if you're trying to get cut, trying to get gains, don't do it because you need the carbs, which is the glucose, which is the energy, because you need to convert energy and you need to exert it, right? You exert that at the gym by lifting heavier and getting more fucking PRs and all that.
Yeah.
But for cardio, there have been studies on that. I have tried both of it. I do like doing cardio right when I wake up, fasted, because
it feels good.
It feels good sometimes. It feels
really
good.
Does.
I cannot.
Yeah, some people it doesn't work for
though.
them, but other people it does. I have talked to a few. This one girl, Jen Butters, she's like freaking killing it right now. I've talked to her about fasted cardio. She said one of her friends is actually in the lab that's doing the research on fasted cardio, and a lot of people are kind of just like, is it better than just having regular cardio after your workout? Is it better before? Yeah. And there have been a few studies that point it in the right direction, but honestly, everybody's different, so you just got to try it. If you don't like it, it's probably not good for you. Then
I got 2 more questions. I know you guys are busy guys, but first question, or tell these guys first, is that we're not doctors, we're not fucking certified, we're nothing.
We're here for informational.
I completely forgot to say that. That's
we're just here to inform.
Yeah, this is all personal shit. Like, this is all personal things we've all been through.
Yeah.
And the second thing is like, and you also need to know your body. Like, you need to understand your body. Like, Josh and myself, our bodies are completely different. So
Yeah.
they're not going to work the same way.
Yeah, our bodies are different.
Yeah, so it's like all 4 of us, we all have different bodies. We need to know.
He can eat out.
I gain it. We need to understand that. But I was curious, like, by any chance, do you guys track like happiness of you guys' clients? Like,
yes.
Like, do you guys do? So like,
stress levels, the
cortisol levels and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay.
So on my weekly check-ins, I ask them, what their stress levels are, how much sleep they got, their water intake, all that stuff, because stress is going to affect if you're in a cut, because when you're in a cut, your body's always under constant stress because you're weight training, you have less food in you, you're doing cardio and all that stuff. So you got to make sure that you're getting adequate amount of sleep and that your stress can be as low as possible. Now that's easier said than done because stress is all around us, It's all about how you manage your stress.
That's why ashwagandha is in our
ashwagandha is something I always recommend to my clients because
but
overall health, it just helps.
Yeah. So if I have a client that for their check-in, they're like, oh my God, I gained 2 pounds and we're in a cut, Okay, what's going on? Well, this week I got to move because, I'm moving to a new position and I got to move out of town and all this. I'm like, yeah, you're stressed, dude. Give it next week. Next week when you're settled in, dial back on the weight training. Let's cut out, the gym for like the week. Focus on getting your steps in, your water, and your diet. And then boom, the next check-in, they're down 3 pounds from the original weight.
Yeah.
And okay, now it's time to go back into the gym. So I like to take it little by little. A lot of people just think that they got to go all in.
Yeah. That's actually super important.
Gym comes last in my opinion. First comes the diet and actually developing a routine.
Yes.
So a lot of people are like, oh, what splits do I do? Well, the splits that you got to do is the split that works for you,
Yeah.
If you're working at Amazon 12-hour shifts, fucking 5 days a week, chances are you can't do a 5-day split.
Yeah.
Do a 3-day split,
Back, legs, and chest.
Yeah. Just do a 3-day split. Keep it simple, and then once you get good at that and you get in the habit of that, well, then bump it up,
Correction, pull leg. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was fucked up.
I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something important. Damn.
But that's the advice that I would give for that. But yeah, we're not registered dietitians.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
All this is just advice. All this is just off of personal experience.
Like, I'm pretty sure all of us, we have pretty good experience. But me and Josh, speaking honestly, we've read quite a bit of books about nutrition and stuff. So I know a lot about just going to the gym, just from fucking just going to the gym. And
Yeah.
I have a question.
I haven't heard from you in a bit. Let's hear from you,
I'm
pretty
trying to
boy.
soak it all in.
This is a powering moment.
when we were making this, like I found out that the whole like supplement and even like most of the fitness industry, like it's all marketing. Like it's all like your brand. Like I feel like 90% of people, like when they're buying like pre-workouts and stuff, they don't really care what's in it. They look at the bottle like, oh, like I've
That's
seen someone
cool.
use this. My friend uses this. Like this bottle looks
Who's
cool.
repping it?
Yeah. And like, oh, it tastes good. Like our product, like the hardest part I know isn't going to be like if we talk to people, they understand it and they're like, oh, this is cool. Like when they would buy it.
Yeah.
But then like just showing someone like if they see an ad or something, they're not going to like understand why we made it. So like I wanted to get your guys' take on like as trainers, how do you like get past that, like to where you can like build trust instead of just being like, oh, I'm not just like some random fitness influencer who's just shredded.
Building, you go first.
Right off the bat, bro, like the second we get on the phone call, because we text you first, we don't just put in a number and call you. No, we text them first. We get to know them. We kind of just get the small details out of the way in the texts and texting. So like, oh, how long you been working out, this and that. Second we got on the phone, I try to be as friendly as possible. Like, how you doing? Like, what's up? I just be myself in reality. Like you guys, like the way I'm acting right now is like nice and fun and kind of laughing. That's the exact same way I act on the phone. I'm just myself, but when it comes down to the dirty gritty of working out, like we get down and we talk about that seriously. But like I'm not just gonna walk up to you and try to sell you, sell. We talk about your goals first, and then I ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you truly want these goals?
Yeah.
And a lot of the times they say 10. So then when we're talking, we kind of just friends, kind of talking, and then we hop on a second call where it's a Zoom this time, where you and me sit down, talk about what the program tells, and then we talk about prices, and then you kind of get to know me a little bit more, the more and more we talk throughout the weeks. But throughout the week, I send you motivational messages if you need help. Saturdays, I text them. Saturday motivation. I know it's the end of the week, but just know tomorrow is check-in days. Just work your heart out today and enjoy tomorrow with the small little enjoyment meal. So I just try to be myself as much as possible, be energetic, and show them that I'm not just here to take your money.
Yeah. What I've seen that works actually, for at least I've sold quite a bit of these tubs already. What seems to work is like, oh, do you work out? Get a conversation.
It does,
going.
bro.
Like, oh, do you work out? Oh,
Yeah.
do you take supplements? Oh, what supplements do you take?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking sick. I take the same supplements.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I actually created a supplement that actually you have supplements for your body. Well, this is great for your brain. And let me tell you about it. And like it has these ingredients that are fucking great for you.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is low in caffeine and it helps you sleep. So it's like I feel like actually slowly and like the Wolf of Wall Street, the guy
Dude, I was just about to talk about that.
I watched his TED talk on, I forgot where it was. He talks about the pen story, like how he sells it.
I was just about to talk about that, bro.
Oh, go ahead. You take it away.
You were basically talking about like how to find, like, basically, for me, I would call it an ideal client, right?
Yeah.
So your ideal customer, that's what you want. So in PTBI, that's the program that I'm part of, like my mentor Zach and all that stuff. They basically teach you, because we're online coaches. Nobody's gonna go out there and market us. We got to market ourselves every day.
Yeah.
That's why we post so much.
That's why I
and
changed, like, in
it.
school, I go to Stan. I changed my major to marketing because a lot of that stuff I'm actually using it right now, and I'm actually marketing myself every single day. Every single day, I'm trying to build know, like, and trust with you through my Instagram. I've had people that I can reach out to, or that I'm trying to reach out to through my followers, through engaging with my posts and all that. And they're like, yeah, dude, I've actually been wanting to send you a message for like the last 3 weeks. I'm interested in your program.
Oh, really?
I've been watching you because I post, videos of me talking about, what is a protein, what are supplements to take, like some tips. Yeah, so it's like I'm just trying to build know, like, and trust with you. I'm trying to build a little connection, you know?
Yeah.
And then
a lot of people kind of just wait.
Yeah, going back to the pen, it's like, you're not gonna go up to someone and be like, buy this pen, it's really nice, and it's like, I don't even want a fucking pen, dude.
Yeah, like, who the fuck?
It's like, okay, like, write my name on a napkin and be like, I can't. And it's like, oh, why? I need a pen. Well, I got a pen right here, $5.
Like, how long have you been trying to write this?
First you gotta ask. First you gotta know what they're looking for.
Yeah.
If they're not even into fitness or working out, they're not gonna give a shit about my program,
Yeah.
And then that's another thing is, like, my program, I'm not trying to be fucked up, but it's like it's not for everyone, you know. It's not for everyone and anyone. It's not for everyone. My program is for people that, you know, want to learn, want to get results, and that don't want to bullshit anymore, and that want change. That's what the lifestyle fitness program is about, and you know that's why I started doing this, is because I'm gonna help you achieve that, you know. And for someone who's probably like 16 or barely getting into college, it's like you're having the time of your life. You don't really give a fuck about like your health or anything like that.
Yeah.
Versus someone who's 25, they graduated college, they have a friend who's gonna get married, and they're like, oh my god, like I haven't worked out in a while. I need to get in good shape for this wedding in 3 months. Yes. Hey, my name is David. I have a program that can help you achieve that in those 3 months, you know? So honestly, throughout working with different clients, I've noticed that I do have a niche. And my niche is not people that are in college, because don't get me wrong, some people in college, I have gotten great results. I have a client who lost 40 pounds through a 6-month program, and I actually have his results on my highlights on Instagram. And he's a college student, but he's very dedicated. He's very focused. He knew what he wanted. A lot of people in college are just fucking around. They're just having the time of their lives, you know?
Yeah.
They're not very serious. So that kind of like takes me to like, you know what your ideal client is. Know what they're looking for, you know, see what they actually want, you know. Your guys' product, you know, it's fucking great, but like if it's like some like girl that's playing volleyball, you know, she's probably not going to be interested versus a 40-year-old dad who's like wants to, you know, live a longer life because he wants to see his daughter walk down that aisle, you know, is like provide value and then search for their why.
You're connecting it with like an emotional thing.
Yeah. One thing that Zach taught me is like, and also it's on the Wolf of Wall Street, is people don't buy off of logic. They don't buy off of, you know, well, how much is this? They buy off of emotion, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to buy this because it's like $15 or, you know, the stuff that's like how it looks or anything. I want to buy this because it's going to make me feel good. It's going to help me feel better daily. I'm going to feel more confident. I'm going to perform better at work, which will lead me to get a raise, which will lead me to, you know, have a better life and a better marriage, you know, all that type of stuff. And then like, I feel like that's how, you know, that could be like definitely a good point that you could like market is like, hey, it doesn't have caffeine. It's going to help you and all this stuff. Yeah. It's basically just like marketing, you know? Yeah. So I definitely like that aspect of it in the Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. I've been doing I've been focusing more on TikTok recently, and I've been doing a lot more emotional, like not say emotional, but like more motivating emotional shit. Yeah. I've noticed that like, we've been getting a lot more views and a lot more actual likes on the video. We haven't been getting a lot of interaction, probably because we haven't really been trying to do that. We've been trying to build a following to get kind of a name out there. Yeah. And then we'll start, establish it, and then start posting like more about goMAV and all that stuff. But the fact that you said emotional is like, that's what I've already been trying to do, and that just kind of makes me feel good that we're actually already doing that.
Dude, fucking
you guys in the right direction. Just keep
it up. Well, I'll send you like their info. Like, maybe Zach can point you to someone because, you know, he's running his own business. So maybe somebody that could help you guys. If mentor.
Awesome.
Or Kendall's like really fucking good. Yeah. When I met them out there, I was like, holy shit! Like, you guys are fucking geniuses. Like, they're masters because they study it. Like, that's what I'm trying to do with online coaching. For so long. I like this, and it's like I'm just starting out. I'm a year in, but it's like, long term, I want to live in San Diego. I want to scale my business. I want to help as many people as I can, you know?
Yeah, it's like you don't even want it for the money. You just want to be free.
That's why I like online coaching was like sent from heaven, bro.
I do it because I love it.
You're like, damn, Jesus.
Yeah, and it's like I can help you look good and feel better, and like you're gonna be happier off.
I can be free,
I can like fucking get paid for doing that.
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fun. I'm glad for you guys. Fun. That's fucking sick, man. Do you have any questions for them, or?
I have one more question. Mm-hmm. It's like your typical client. Like, do you reach out to them or do they reach out to you? Like, how does your like sales?
Oh, dude, inbound leads. That's when they're reaching out to you. Inbound leads is like the best ever. But for the most part, when you're starting out, you got to do outbound.
Bro,
outbound is call people, or you just reach out on Instagram. Or...
So Instagram, that's where Instagram, that's where you got to get very consistent with posting and actually like, you know, this is what I do. Like me, I'm trying to post like 3 times a week. I'm probably gonna ramp it up like more now that like school's out and I can really just focus in. But everything that's Instagram, that's all marketing, dude. That's what's gonna help you guys. And I've seen your guys' video recently. I'm watching you guys. It's pretty good. I like it. I like that thing that you did like with the light, bro. That was pretty sick.
Dude, I was like, shit. it.
Dude, like aesthetic shit like that, be consistent. Get in people's face. Be like, yo, I'm Mavrik. You know, we're here to stay. We're here to help you guys out. But also like reach out to people, you know, like people that are gonna help promote it. Like people like to go to the gym,
So,
you know.
so to incorporate the pen theory with that,
Yeah.
how do you do that without saying like this is the fucking pen? Would you like? How do you do that?
So with your product,
or just like
coaching?
say for you.
So
yeah.
a lot of the
You guys gotta be
times
going with
when
that.
You go.
a lot of the times when I hit them up, I kind of just hit them up with, "How you doing?" and then I say their name, "How you been?" and then a lot of times I ask, "How has your 2021 been going?" with all this COVID stuff been going on, and then they tell me, and then I kind of talk to them for a little bit, and then I go back into fitness. I'm like, "How about your 2021 fitness goals? How have they gone with all of this COVID stuff happening and the gyms closing?" And sometimes with just the first question, they'll be like, "My fitness goals are booty. Like they're just plummeting. I haven't hit the gym in this many time. I haven't worked out. I've been eating like shit. I've been partying. I haven't been doing this and that." So a lot of the times they just go right off the bat. They kind of jump themselves at you, or they've been like, they'll be like, "I've been taking a look at your page. I've been wanting to hit you up, but it's kind of, I've just been not knowing when to do it." So a lot of people kind of just wait for you to text them, but they're just kind of, that's what I do. And then right when I ask them that question, I tell them like, "Oh, like what's wrong with your eating?" Right after that, they tell me how they eat. I'm just go with it. And then I always try to make it into the phone call as quick as possible, so that way we can, once you get their phone number, once you get face to face to them, that's how you know it's about to, like, things are a lot more serious, because they actually hopped on the phone call with you to get to know who you are and to know that you're actually a real person. And I usually don't just hop on a regular phone call. I tell them like, "Oh, if you feel comfortable, we can FaceTime on iPhone, or if you don't have iPhone, we can FaceTime here on Instagram." And a lot of times they're like, "Oh, hell yeah," because that way they can see that I'm not just somebody they're not ever going to see his face. Because us being an online fitness coach, it's like, we're not there every single day. Even from the first day, we're not there at the gym. So you're not going to know who the hell we are. So why would I entrust in somebody who just hit me up on Instagram with like a couple thousand followers? Like, why would I even think about it? Like, no, if you hop on a FaceTime with me, you see my face, like there's the hook. They're already seen that I'm not just fake. And then I tell them all the facts I have, and then I tell them everything. And then a lot of times I usually gets them happy, and it gets them.
You were asking like how to. What was the question you were asking? Like how to market it?
So without having to like to use the analogy as the pen.
Yeah.
To accept, like, not exactly like, "Oh, this is our product." Like how would you engage with a person you've never met before? Say, "What's up?" without them like ghosting you.
Okay, I got
you.
I
know it happens.
I got you.
How
Yeah.
do you catch that one person that's like, "Oh, I'm kind of interested in that"?
So it depends. First off, go back to like the Instagram. So we're not in person, right? So we got to show our face on our stories as much as possible to build that know, like, and trust. Because the more people see your face, the more they're gonna be able to know, like, and trust you, connect with you.
Sorry, do you reach out to your followers, or do you reach out to random people?
Right now, I'm reaching out to my followers because so like my story followers or my story viewers are the best ones because they already see me, they already know me, you know. I can reach out to them. First thing I want to do when I'm reaching out to someone, whether it be a warm lead or a cold lead, if it's a warm lead, I'll be like, "Oh, like da da da, like thanks for like viewing the story." I identify, you know, what are your goals, what are your struggles with reaching these goals, why do you want to reach the goals, you know. Once I have all three, then I know, okay, they're a potential client that could benefit from my service. And then that's when I can hop on a phone call with them. Later on, I can nurture them into like going on to a Zoom call, and then, you know, boom, this is my program, this is how it works, you know, let's get you started, you know. Because I've already identified these I already identified your goals. I already identified your problems with getting to the goal and the fact that you can't do it on your own. And I identified why you want to do it, right? So now I have all those. So now I'm able to use those to help me, you know, basically get you into the program, you know? So that's basically how I'm able to sell the pen.
That makes sense, yeah. You have any more questions for him?
That's good.
Perfect. Yeah, so just one last thing, guys. So just last thing, tell the entire world, like, what is one thing that just motivates you every fucking day? Just keep, like, the one thing that just keeps you going every single day to tell the fucking world.
Wanna go?
Leaving a mark on this earth in reality, bro. That's really it. Because me personally, I love being a personal coach, a fitness coach and all, but I really want to step on that stage and leave like a legacy. I really want to. That's why I'm doing bodybuilding. I really want to be up there. I'm a Ronnie Coleman lover, so like I kind of want to be up there, bro. I want to be. Everybody kind of respects the heavy ass dudes that like are shredded as hell. So I kind of just want to do that. But I don't want to just leave that like, oh, I kind of stepped on stage. No, I want to leave that like idea of like the gym is open to everyone. And me being a positive person and all, I feel like I can spread it because I feel like everybody belongs at the gym. Everybody is welcome. You're not going to be disowned if you show up to the gym. You're not going to be shunned away from it. It's a place where if you were to show up, you are going to be accepted by almost everyone. If you're natty, you're not natty, you're a CrossFitter, you're a powerlifter, you're a bodybuilder, it doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, we're all here to better ourselves. And that's one thing that I really want to spread. And I feel like me leaving a mark and me showing, like, me being somebody that's, like, very viewed at like, on stage, made it in first, being a bodybuilder, I feel like that's one way I can, like, that's one path I can take to be able to spread stuff like that, because I feel like there's so much negativity in this today's day and age, and it's like it's just getting worse, bro. Like it's just it's so bad, and I feel like our younger community needs to understand that, like, bro, like we're all just here for the same thing. We're all here to get better.
Exactly,
we're all here to become our
we're all in this shit together.
We're all here to be, legit, bro. At the end of the day, the only person who's in reality is gonna be looking back at you is your mirror. So why the fuck are you gonna care about that? What that other person at the gym said? Like, why spread negativity? Like, why? Like, there's no need for it, bro. Exactly. So like, I'm just trying to spread as much positivity because you don't know what somebody else is going through. Like Josh maybe had a bad day. I walked up to him, "What's up, Josh? Like, how you doing, bro?" Asked him about his day, trying to make him smile. That one smile can probably put him through the rest of the day. So that's what I'm trying to spread. Positivity, really, bro.
David?
Yeah.
Take it off, bud.
All right. So what keeps me going every day and basically why I do what I do. The reason I like coaching and the reason why, you know, I keep on, well, I'm not even motivated. I'm just disciplined because I have a vision of, you know, making it out of here, going to San Diego, you know, being someone who has been able to help many people change their physique and, you know, make them feel more happy and confident in themselves. And I'm going to get there, you know. I have a plan laid out. I have a deadline, and I'm determined to get there. I'm not going to always wake up and be motivated. I know that.
No one is.
But basically, that's my reason why, and that's my motivation. Another reason is that, like, you know, we don't always got forever, you know? We don't always got forever, and, you know, I'm like, very big on always improving myself and always, like, trying to basically analyze myself and, like, you know, David Goggins talks about it like the live autopsy, and I really like doing that, especially when I do cardio, dude. Is a live autopsy is like, how can I be better than I was last month? You know, every month I like to basically audit my goals and what I've been doing, and I've just been getting way better at that now that I have like a new schedule, and like, you know, it's been working very good for me. And I like to compare every single month. You know, every month there's always got to be some change, you know. Physically, mentally, business-wise, all that stuff, and I just always want to innovate, you know? I always want to be uncomfortable because I feel like that's what helps me grow. That's when I've seen the most amount of growth and the most amount of success, you know? When I get comfortable, that's when I got to start getting scared, and that's when I got to start, oh, shit, like, I need a fire lit up under my ass, you know?
Exactly.
And me and Leo have met another coach, too. He's from Merced, Clark. Ashton Clark, and he's very, very like successful in his business already, and that's what like kind of I was like in a rut, and it wasn't until we met him that I was like, wow, like this guy's actually already killing it. You know, he's very successful, and he's from Merced. Like, he can do what I can too. Because
you see someone else succeeding where you're from. That's fun.
And we're in the same program. He's in PTBI too,
that motivates the shit out of people.
It's hard because you see all these people from the Bay, from big cities, from SoCal. They're killing it, and it's like, fuck, like, I'm in this small city. How can I do it? Well, now I got someone who is doing it. So now I got to catch up to him, and I need to catch up to him and surpass him because I can't get comfortable anymore. Someone's already there. So
that competitive fucking spirit,
like he's doing it, I can fucking do it too. So that's kind of what helps me like stay motivated is like I'm always trying to chase somebody else, you know, like, and basically just trying to test myself, you know? And
fucking awesome.
Become better than what I was yesterday. That's all I'm motivated.
That's pretty much how you live life right there.
If you're not better than you were yesterday, then what are you?
Hopefully that helps like the viewers and all that.
Dude. So just tag you guys real quick. So your Instagram, your TikTok real quick.
Follow
make sure
me on Instagram at Friendly Neighborhood Bodybuilder, and on TikTok at neighborhood bodybuilder. I'm sorry, bro. I'm so
you're
bad.
good.
And
Yeah,
then
it's gonna be in the description too. But
Yeah.
as long as you guys tag it, that's all that matters.
and then on YouTube at Leo
that's fun.
Mercado on the come up. Don't
Yeah.
sleep. Thank you guys.
All right, so you guys can follow me on Instagram at david.a_fit. I think that's it. My TikTok is daguilar23. Let me pull up like my Instagram because I forgot what it is.
Take your time.
David.a_fit. I've changed it a few times, but that's my Instagram. If you guys do want to see, what I do, if you guys do want to keep up, if you guys do want some tips for nutrition, working out, if you guys are interested in, hopping on the program, on the lifestyle fitness program, I'd be more than happy to help you guys. If you guys do want to get results, see change and gain knowledge, let's get to fucking work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for showing in. Or you want to say anything? You're good?
No, I'm good.
All right, cool.
Send it off.
Hey, thank you so much for you guys tuning into the podcast. Like we have is go to mavrikperformance.com to go get yourself a tub of goMAV. Is there anything else you guys want to add before we cut this thing off?
Be amazing and be yourself. Fuck what everybody else has to
That's
say.
exactly
There
it.
it is. Don't wait for a perfect time to start, all right? Never is going to be a perfect time. Just go for it.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have a fucking great morning, afternoon, evening. Catch you guys later. Fucking see ya.
Peace. Yep. And that was sick.